out.
Well, why not just say like circle of the stars? Because we're.
That's where we're
Cody
going.
got ideas. Cody got ideas. I'll tell you.
He got ideas. Some good ideas.
Actually, a banger of an idea to
Can you
use
center
like
that?
scenes. What?
Move it to the right a little bit.
You have to do that.
No,
What do you mean?
that's not true.
What do you mean? Move it to the right?
Is that the whole side? Is that the whole size of the canvas?
Yeah, it's the entire canvas.
Make the canvas bigger.
Oh, like zoom out.
Then,
zoom
there
out.
would be white space. What? What do you mean?
Chris got AI generated art to show where we were.
Love that. Big fan. Rika's not. I could hear the vitriol in the voice just now. Rika's
That
pissed
was
about
real
that.
upsetting spaghetti.
Yeah, that was
I
not
mean-
happy.
No, I mean if it's like for like personal, just free for all stuff, like it's great for that.
Oh, I'm selling it, Rika. I'm selling it everywhere.
Here's a buy.
It's
Buy, buy,
going
buy,
in the
buy,
source
buy.
Hmm.
I will choke you.
Become the next Van Gogh.
Chris, you kind of are an artist, though. I'll say it. Now
I
we
mean,
know-
you know, look at that. Like, it took me like about 10 seconds to draw. I'm kind of cracked.
That's insane. Keywords, if you don't mind me. I know it's a little taboo to ask. But
Oh well, you never ask an artist his keywords. Okay.
you're right. You're right. You're right. This took years
What's
of
your
practice to perfect.
style?
Wow, I'm triggered right now that you asked me my keywords.
In 2022,
You
asking
joke,
for
but that's what they
keywords?
actually say. That's
I'm
what they
triggered right now.
actually
You asked me my
fucking say.
fucking
Okay.
Keywords. My keywords are
It's
him,
fucking
he.
tilting.
No, I knew it was going there. I knew it was going there.
Was a joke.
What you drinking, Lex? I see a tea bag.
Drinking tea. I'm drinking one of two kinds of tea that exist in the world.
Is it tea or is it a
Wait,
tesseract?
which one though?
Herbal.
Ah. The cringe.
The
kind.
good kind.
What's the other
What
kind
kind
of
of
tea?
what kind of herbal is
Real
it?
tea.
Green?
It's
No,
that
real.
traditional medicinals like breathe easy.
Wait, I told you
stuff.
this already, Cody.
Oh, okay.
You
Because there's
if
a
it's
tea
not
plant.
It's a
What is your
tesseract or
cat
something.
doing?
Something else that's
It's a sane.
She's trying to get in the closet.
If it doesn't have the tea, if it doesn't have the tea plant in it, it's a tisane.
it's a sane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want her to do that, and also the closet's a mess. So.
Yeah, she really likes trying
Like
to get through
Barack
that door.
Hussein Obama.
One day she'll figure out how to get the door
Oh,
open.
wait.
Eh,
I
Go
like
right
Cloud's
in.
little picture. Cloud's
Look,
camera
look,
right now.
Artemis is anticipating it.
Uh,
Look at that, she's waiting. She's waiting.
I'm trying to start OBS and it says too many concurrent sessions. Try closing other recording software.
Stop it.
Oh, she has entered.
Are you
Goodbye.
locking my cat in the closet?
Goodbye, Artemis.
The door's open.
No, that works. She'll just fling it open. She likes to lie on her stomach and she'll like reach around the
Hey,
door
Cody.
Task manager, try and close out
Us.
OBS.
after
That's
she's
so
closed
cute.
herself.
I know. I can close OBS.
Little grabby hands.
Task manager, look for any processes at OBS.
Processes OBS.
Yeah, just
Oh shit, where's my phone?
task manager.
Yeah, I have 5.
Close them all. Force end task, whatever it's called. See if
Okay.
that helps. And then reopen it
It's
as
closed.
admin. So when you go to click it, right click
Yeah.
admin, see if that works. It might not. It might be a copyright protection thing, so that you're not just recording YouTube videos. Which would be another insane thing if they did that, but
Can't confirm. It doesn't.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
It might be because I'm sharing my screen and showing video.
yeah, that could be it.
What are you doing?
She's at the top of the closet.
Yeah, of course she is.
Hmm.
I was just staring at her.
Expected.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
Do you have the screen turned off?
She was just staring at me like, "What are you doing
The
in
scene
here?"
is just
On
a text
OBS.
block. That's it. It's just text and volume.
Is that what it looks like where we're at?
Hmm.
Mine?
No.
I typed in fantasy mountain range dragons overhead, and it gave the dragon a sword.
A lightsaber.
Just yeah, just a that's the fantasy element.
Also, where is it? are those arms or like wings?
Human arms.
Too many concurrent sessions. Try
Listen,
closing
the
other-
AI art is not perfect.
No, I know.
I'm also not as good of an AI artist as Chris is, unfortunately.
So what do? I can't
I artist?
record.
Yeah, IE artist.
Artist.
An
An
artist?
artist.
An artist.
Oh,
an
an
artist.
artist is sick.
No.
Yeah, AI.
Anybody have any ideas of what I do?
Yes.
I can't record.
What are
Yes.
you trying to
Post the music and then go music change, and we'll all click on it at the same time.
Or somebody else stream it.
I can stream it.
Yeah,
I
You
could,
wanna
like,
send me
I'll
the
just-
playlist link? I
I'll
can
send
stream it.
you the video whenever I want to change music.
Oh no, this is gonna fuck everything. Oh wait, no, not. We'll be fine.
No, it
We'll
should
be
be
fine.
the
should be
same,
fine.
right?
Yeah,
It should-
it'll be
it
the
should-
same.
Probably should be still on the top.
All right. So I'll just send Lex the YouTube link that I want to play. Lex, you stream it.
There we go. Music switch, and then we all switch chairs.
There was a manga one shot I was reading the other day that's called "My Girlfriend Is AI Drawn."
Oh wait,
it's
I
using AI.
just started recording. I wonder what would happen if I tried to now start
That's-
streaming.
Page 2 and 3 and
Try it.
4 are
See what
hilarious.
happens.
Join my stream.
Where's all of my sound? Oh, it's already.
I can hear you.
Oh, Artemis came out.
You guys can hear the music.
No, it was. Sorry, the list you sent me autoplayed,
Oh, whoops.
so I was very confused for a moment.
Yeah, I can look.
Okay, so I had to start the stream and then
Wait,
I
and
can
then
hear it
start the
very,
recording and then
very
start the stream.
quiet, though.
wait, Lex, do you have ad?
You can
block?
turn it up.
Turn it up on your side, Lex.
Lex
Yeah,
has
I do-
YouTube
I
Premium.
Do have ad
Okay.
block. I have YouTube Premium.
Just turn up the volume on my stream, Lex. You can
It's all
alter
the
it.
way up.
Oh, it is. It's extremely
It's
loud
not
for
bad,
me.
though. It's fine.
Pretty
I
decent
can
on
still
mine.
hear
It's not loud, but it's decent.
I have
All
it
right.
at just 100% on mine, and it's
It'll
I
come
can't
through
make
good
it
on,
any louder
No,
because
it's totally fine.
it's at 2% for me
It'll
It's
come through well on the
not-
stream.
and it's loud.
Don't worry about me.
Okay, recording is started.
Well,
Everybody's good there. Okay, cool. So I can actually, I don't even need to do bot commands anymore. I can just keep cameras up. That's cool. Yeah, so we're good to go. Stream's good and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
it's a party.
recording.
So where we last left off. Oh well. Hi everyone. I'm Chris. Your scraggly-headed DM, and this is D&D.
Hi, Chris.
I've been sober for 2 hours.
Like an AA meeting.
Rika just responded with a scream.
Appreciate that, Rika. So, where we last left off, you guys had been making your way up the northern area of Kopru in the above the Great Divide, and traveling to follow the compass that Alita had been looking at, and also looking for where the Twilight Druids are, the sister circle of Luce's Circle of Stars Druids. You had opted to go around the giant territory and instead head up the mountain pass and brave the dangers of dragonels, wyverns, and guard drakes. Oh my. And had encountered along the way some guard drakes and a dragonel commanding them. You dispatched of all of the guard drakes, one of them excruciatingly, grotesquely, and the dragonel flew away, not wanting to catch any of those hands. You guys
Pussy.
now pick up after that, I believe. I don't think you guys were resting yet, right?
No, we didn't yet get to.
It was
You
just
go
right,
check-
right after the combat, yeah?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, so we will pick up directly after the combat with the Dragonel flying away quickly, and Isar throwing a Death Knight powered to rock towards it and missing.
Eh.
That's what we'll pick up.
If only I was more dexterous.
Did we rest?
No,
No.
no, this is right after combat.
Okay.
Well, that hurt a lot.
That was a little spooky.
Adia currently
We should go.
Adia's currently has like the mouth of one of the drakes up, and she's like sticking her hand in there. See all
In the mouth?
Yeah, just in the mouth.
You're
Just...
cutting
She's trying to see what teeth it has. Okay, what kind
Oh.
of teeth? Big. Then
God,
Jeez.
Adia, what are you doing?
teeth. She just keeps
Oh, teeth.
Yeah,
squishing her.
they have omnivorous teeth. They have canine teeth that are for ripping and tearing, and they also have like mulling vegetable teeth in the back.
No.
Like us.
Yep, and then she closes the mouth and pats it because it was the one that got excruciatingly rotisserie chickened in the air.
Well, not, like he only took like psychic damage, so he doesn't have any
Yeah.
physical injury.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
poor
he's
thing.
just a rather
Poor guy.
well preserved corpse.
He's just a little guy.
Mhm.
Well, you broke that one's mind, and I think I see it coming out of its nose now. I mean, it's untouched. I mean, if you wanted material from it, that'd probably be the best one. Better than the one that I smashed over there.
I'm not sure what materials I can get out of it. Maybe besides its teeth. And Adia's just trying to like take off the teeth.
Can be very useful for quite a few things.
Welching wet sounds as they're ripped from the roots.
Are you trying
Chris,
to
would-
cut them
would-
out,
would-
or...
Yeah, probably cut. Trying to like, yeah.
Chris, would Isar know how fire resistant these guard drakes are?
Make a nature check.
Shit, dice.
Nice.
Rika, or
That is a
Adia.
19
make a survival check.
plus 1 dirty 20.
Would you
20.
like help?
These particular
Yes, please.
guard drakes, as you look them over, don't seem to be chromatic or metallic or gemstone based in any way. They seem like just standard guard drakes,
Mhm.
non-distinct, probably just like bred through the years to have any of those specificities out, like taken out of their genes. They don't seem to have any innate nature to them.
Gotcha.
I got 17 with advantage with Luz's help.
Okay. Yeah. You were able to extract a bunch of teeth from the guard drake and cut them out carefully, not to damage them.
Yay! I have a handful of teeth.
Also, you can add 10 guard drake teeth.
Oh, okay, cool.
Teeth.
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 Got some teeth.
I gotta
If an
fix my
animal has
teeth.
to die, we may as well use every bit of it.
Hmm.
And teeth are very useful for defining.
I
She's
don't
gonna use
think
it as a
Divining?
their blood could be useful to me. I thought maybe I could use it for something, but not quite the properties I'm looking for.
What are you using blood for, Sar?
Well, if they were fire resistant, I could have used it for quenching weapons, I thought.
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna drink it?
No?
That's
I thought if I mixed it with the mineral oil, which is a byproduct of refining crude oil, that I could use that to then cool a weapon much faster than I could otherwise, meaning I could get it hotter and
Does
perhaps
drinking it
better.
involve?
No, there's no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Adi looked excited for a second until you said
I
no.
thought, dragons may be fire resistant, maybe something. It was a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just thought your
But-
process was different than normal smithing.
Let me see your teeth.
What?
Just real quick.
Ah.
They pointy.
His canines are pointy.
His canines are a little bit pointy.
How point? Like, are we talking pointy?
I mean, I would
They
say
bite through me?
that. I mean, they could definitely bite through you for
Oh
sure.
no, meat, not me.
They can bite through meat. That's the point of
Oh.
canines.
I'm pretty sure if you bite hard enough, you can bite through.
The force needed to bite through a
Regardless.
carrot is the same to bite through a pinky finger.
Debunked. There's a YouTube video I watched yesterday about that.
Was it debunked?
It was debunked.
I don't believe that.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. So what is the force
I don't know.
required?
More.
I would assume so, but
It's starting to look a little bit for the worse. Should we?
well, I actually feel better now. It just hurt a lot in the moment. I got a lot of healing very quickly. Thank you for that again, Luce.
How is everyone's resources?
I am tapped out.
I'm pretty tapped as well, but I'd like to keep moving to get out of this valley.
We should. I think we're fine to make our way to a good place to camp. Not here though. This doesn't seem safe.
Chris, I still have Hunter's Mark on that creature. Is it still flying away from us?
You have advantage on like tracking it, but you don't just innately know where it is
Okay.
with that spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then if
I think that
Alita-
upgrades.
Yeah.
No.
So, no.
No?
Or was
No,
that
it's just the
something-
duration.
Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, all it does is that you have advantage on perception and wisdom. Or sorry, you have advantage on perception checks against it and survival checks to track it.
Okay.
No.
I think it's been used in other D&D streams that are very popular in the way you're suggesting, and it's not technically correct for it, unfortunately.
Like critical roll?
Campaign 1.
Oh. I haven't watched much
if-
campaign.
Oh, actually, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Ah.
I distinctly remember Vex using it like that a few times.
Hmm.
Well, if Alita is okay with it, then we can just keep moving on, right?
Alita, you were
I mean-
relatively untouched that fight, weren't you?
Yeah, I didn't get a scratch on me, but I did use most of my magical capabilities.
Right.
I can still cast cantrips, but anything beyond that, I am out, unfortunately.
All the better reason to get out of this valley.
Then,
I agree. Let's move.
yes,
And
then we'll-
I quickly touch a rock. And Druidcraft. Luz was here.
Okay.
What are you doing on that rock?
graffiti.
We need our 30-minute downtime of us asking about Druidcraft again.
Hmm.
Nope, you already asked. I just look at you and shake my head. Druidcraft.
Alita is a little
I see.
distracted, just kind of like testing her new telekinetic abilities by moving some rocks.
Okay.
Okay. Which direction are we headed?
What do you mean, which
Yes,
direction
which
are
direction
we headed?
Like, in the sense. God. I'm asking more. Where are we going within
Philosophically?
the little valley that we are in? Should we head up, past that direction of wyverns or that rock of wyverns?
Okay, this brings up a good question. Do we want to continue having me get flung from 60 feet in the air by wyverns, or do we want to chance the giants?
I mean,
like
you
your
might
first
get
option.
flung from.
Back.
You might
with
get
this-
flung from the giants as well. It just depends.
Might
if
get
you'd be
flung
flying
from the giants as well.
Well,
Yeah, I
with
don't
This
think
is fair.
it matters.
we're already this far
Fucking
in the
Skyrim giants. Boom!
We're already this far into the mountains, and I believe if what Luz said about her sister circle is correct, we would need to make our way back up anyhow.
Yeah. So maybe we just cut laterally then at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think probably I know Luz used a lot of her ability to make ourselves quiet. Unfortunately, I think we're all a pretty loud bunch, it seems. Maybe we should just save that and just take the fights that may come with more resources.
I agree. I think full speed, probably. Maybe we can even outrun some of the fights, avoid them like that.
They traveled very quickly when they wanted to.
I do not think we'd outrun them, but I think we can have better outcomes than this fight. I have a loose grasp on what I can do right now, but I don't feel like it was put on display very well. That
You did flounder.
nothing seemed. I killed 2 drakes and saved Luz. Excuse me. Yes, you made things float. Good job.
You can't fly.
I cannot fly. This is a problem. That's why I was
throw a
trying
rock
to
at it.
look. If the rock hit, it may have stayed and come towards me, which may.
Why would you want to keep that thing? Why would you want to keep that thing around?
It flung me from 60 feet in the air. You don't think maybe I wanted revenge for that? Maybe.
I feel like anything that should dissuade you from pursuing it.
I'm just saying, Alita probably could have caught you with the mine things that they were doing.
Why didn't you catch me?
They laughed. I was standing next to them and they started laughing. She put her hand out like she was gonna do something and then just fucking laughed. I don't know.
This is, I will admit completely, this is something I could not do yesterday.
He fell today.
Okay.
It was like 5 minutes
Well-
ago. It was a few minutes ago. He just fell.
I'm
Remember?
saying that. I'm saying that I did not realize I could do this.
Fair. Well, now you know. Next time, I would prefer a softer landing if possible. I know it may not be possible at times, but maybe next time it picks me up and flings me. Somebody does something. I can't do anything to stop my fall if I get picked up by a dragonelle.
I do not have anything either. Unfortunately.
You did enough. You healed me almost back to tip-top
I would
shape.
also argue that everyone did enough.
Yeah, no, I think everyone did. I just think Alita laughing at me is a little bit crude.
I did not laugh.
I don't believe that happened.
Eileen.
I mean, whose word are you gonna take? Theirs or mine? You've known me for 30 years.
I haven't been a lot. What? I'm 20. You're 21.
My age comes wisdom, and I think you'll learn that as you get a little older there.
I think
I
think
look
it's
over
pretty
at
plain
all of
who
the
you should
babies
believe.
that I am traveling with.
Adios is peacefully sitting on top of the guard drake, the dead guard drake. He's just sitting there
Adia,
watching you guys.
you did nothing wrong. You did amazingly.
Thank you.
The teeth are a little weird, though.
Oh,
Do you have a use for them, or is it just a trophy?
Why do you think the teeth are weird? Luz has teeth wrapped up
First-
in the many dangles in there.
What's up?
First you asked me about my hairy
Oh.
teeth, and now you ask you want to collect the guards. What is it with you and teeth?
What's the oral fixation about?
I just thought they were pretty.
Did you
Maybe
just
they
say
can.
you have hairy teeth?
You have
I
hairy
mean-
teeth?
She's wondering if I have hairy teeth for some reason.
Well,
Do you?
You
have hairy
said
teeth?
talking about my
I
hairy
don't have hairy teeth. Well,
Okay.
what would hairy teeth even be?
I don't know. You
Like the inside
you
of a
said it
whale's
first.
I would assume fuzz on your teeth, like fur.
Is that possible? For like a
Luz
human?
shrugs. Probably.
Like a dwarf's
I'm
beard,
sure-
but rolled up into your mouth.
Ugh.
There were some students who
I would rather not think
at
about that.
school that turned in really interesting reaction. One
Well,
might
we're getting off topic. I don't think you laughed. Cool that you have the telekinetic shit. It'll be helpful next time I get thrown. Everybody did a great job.
Okay, moving on.
Yes. I'm all right.
Yeah, I look over at Isar and I'm like,
Did you want to continue? I'm sorry. If you
Adia
guys want
is
to continue talking about
Adia's
hairy
starting to
teeth,
take the lead
by all
down
means.
the rest of the path where we're supposed to go, because she knows where the route is probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luz would have pointed out the destination. Luz looks over at Isar. Are you okay?
my lower back is going to hurt for probably forever.
Okay.
They see that in romance books as well, but
What?
What? Anyway, keeps walking. Yep. So I guess we're taking the
Eileen, what is
the
that
higher
supposed to
path,
mean?
right?
I don't want to talk about it.
I
Hey, do you really read those?
I mean, they were around. They're not exactly the most entertaining, but book is a book.
Yes. Okay. Interesting. You don't have one, do you?
No.
Good. It's unholy. It's unbecoming.
If you think so. Yep.
damn, those are awful. Where could I find them so I could avoid them?
I mean, you could always. I mean, you do have a journal,
I did.
Eileen. Yeah, you could write your own
Write my
if
own.
you're so curious.
What? No.
Romance
no,
novel.
No, we don't.
Everyone
Do
starts somewhere.
that. We don't do that here.
I mean, it's
Will-
up to you.
Will you be a writer one day, Eileen?
Absolutely not.
No?
I draw pictures of flowers, and I show like the crude drawings of
An
the
artist? then?
flowers. No.
Alright, so you guys
herbalist,
continue
alchemist,
traveling.
something like that.
Yeah, we keep walking up the high path, I guess.
All right.
Then I would think you to definitely draw your ingredients.
I'm trying. I'm just not very good at it yet. I haven't drawn very much.
It does take a little practice.
I believe that. Looks hard.
You guys continue your travel up through these the mountain pass and the valleys. You eventually end your day's journey and come to a resting spot as night begins to fall.
Raw.
Who wants to look for somewhere to set up camp? Are you looking for a cavern, or what are you looking for?
A sheltered area, I think, because I don't want to be in the open, because that seems dangerous, but I also don't want to be in like a cavern full of guard drake.
Okay, make a survival check.
I thought he said a tavern as well, yeah. Or actually, I thought he said a cabin.
Dirty 20.
But in the woods, you say?
Yeah, you find an alcove with a kind of a small cave, basically, that seems uninhabited, and you search around and it has enough room for you all to inhabit and sleep for the night. Seems safe enough.
I think this is a good spot if everyone else does. Looks relatively safe.
Sure.
Good to me. Good job.
Thank you. We should definitely keep an eye out tonight, though.
Yes.
For the
I mean, yeah.
water? For your tribe? Your clan? Your group? Your circle?
Hold.
Cold. No.
Circle
Yes.
is
Circle.
the correct term.
Community.
Commune.
That works as well, I suppose.
Come.
God?
God, just make a dirty joke?
Did God just say come? Did you guys hear that?
The
Very
cold
in tune
wind
with the
does have a
Holy
sense of
Spirit.
Cold wind, come.
Like with a you or a no, a me?
Yeah. We'll keep an eye out, I guess.
yes, but I meant also for any sort of dragon elves or guard so
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's fair. Same watch as before?
I
yes.
suppose so.
Great. I go first.
It goes Isar, Eileen, Adia, and then Luz and Alita at the end.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, you all bed down for the night and begin your watches. Anyone want to do anything during the watch?
Isar takes out a notebook and just writes "Dragon Blood?" ?
Are there like small little plants along of the path that we were on? Right?
It's mostly rocks and crags at this point. As you're getting further up into the mountains, there's not very much plant life other than just regular ass trees and like grass.
Okay.
Eileen takes her journal out, and there's a bald cartoon character. Sharp teeth to it, and puts pointy teeth next to it.
All right.
Yeah, Alita will just test the telekinesis so she has a good understanding of her limitations.
Okay. So you all. Oh wait, Luce, do you want to do anything during the night?
Not in particular. Probably just, do the nightly check of the stars. See if I can find Eileen's star this time.
Eileen's? Okay, make a nature check.
That is a
It's a wacky inflatable arm man.
Inflatable arm too, man.
That's a 25.
25. Yeah, you trace through the stars and kind of using your book and your map together, look through, and you trace to the location where Eileen's is. Just looks like a normal star. You see a normal star up in the sky. Nothing too remarkable about it.
A little relieved to see a normal star, considering every time she's looked at anyone else's star in this group, she's seen some weird ass fucking shit so far. Or not seen anything.
You haven't seen my star. You just made a mistake.
No, we did see your
Oh
star.
no, I saw your star. It's a weird old.
It was 2
binary
stars.
Star.
Nah, it was a mistake. You got it wrong.
No way it could be 2 stars. That doesn't make any sense.
No, I definitely got it wrong. It doesn't make any sense unless she ate her twin.
In the
Or is a Titan.
Or is a Titan? Are you a Titan?
Titan, the Titan.
Luz dismisses these ideas as silly, but also entertains them in the sense of it's kind of funny. Of Eileen is a Titan, little Eileen, I am a Titan.
Alita, I think you mean.
Alita, yes, sorry.
Other E name.
Yeah.
And the other name.
The other vowels.
Maybe that could be our group name. The Vowels.
But I'm not.
Vowel of enmity.
The Vowels with a capital L.
Yeah, so Luz marks it down. Position in the night sky.
You do notice that it does coincide between, I would say, with that high of a roll, you would see that it coincides between 2 constellations, sort of in the middle of the constellation dedicated to the Allguard and the constellation dedicated to the Ardent Fury. It's kind of situated up in the sky around that area in the middle between those.
Interesting. Luz definitely takes note of that in the sense of, I can see the connection with the Allguard, but this is interesting. I wonder what this part. Yeah. No. And then, yep, that's all I do for the evening is just note the stars. Nothing special.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you all go to sleep, and you get your long rest, and wake up on the 17th of Hidor.
One of these days, it's gonna be the day.
The
day.
I'm waiting every time.
Low fog hangs in the air. It is a misty morning. The mountains all painted with a low-hanging fog, and sort of just wafts through the air, almost like you're in the cloud layer, and you can see it just drifting by you. What would you like to do?
You're headed towards where, remember, the giant waterfall to be.
Yes.
How close are we at this point?
You are probably a little bit less than a day's travel.
So we'll get there in like the evening.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, anybody want to do anything while you're traveling, or are you good?
Just keep an eye out for danger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Keep an eye out for
after-
pretty flowers.
Well, funny you say that. After a few miles, you
Bush.
begin to see a change of scenery. It goes from the rocky crags to more vibrant plant life. Trees begin to spring up, and creeks and water sources begin to flourish in the area. There seems to be a lot more flora and fauna, and you begin to see a strange, especially with this haze and cloud cover of the day, there is a almost like veins of this energy that travels through the ground and into plant life and trees and such.
New scenery. Pog.
As you travel along, you see this purplish glow of energy. There's sort of sometimes wafting through some of the plants and trees and bushes, grass and leaves, sometimes even into the water, almost like pulses that go and then disappear. But you continue traveling along, and there's definitely a lot more vibrant plant life in this area, as you were saying you were looking for, Eileen.
A little overwhelmed. Eileen is not going to try and pick anything unless it looks very out of place. A very different color than the rest of the scene.
Adia is definitely. She sees like if she sees like a pulsing like, ant like with the light, then she'll try to like pluck a leaf from. And try to glow sources in the leaf or.
Okay.
Why did he roll?
You go over and you pluck a small leaf off of one of the bushes that had a pulse go through it, and you look at it. It has like slight little barbs to it, kind of like looks like a fern, except the leaf is more rigid and has like little rose thorns coming off of the edge of it.
Is the purple vein thing, or not anymore?
No, it just like the light sort of pulses through the plant and just continues along, and is gone.
Oh. Okay, she'll just tuck that leaf into her journal.
Okay.
And then, yeah, as we're walking along, she's definitely gonna be poking at the vein each time they pop up.
Once it's detached from the plant, it doesn't pulse anymore.
Yeah, okay. I mean, any other plants that are literally attached to the ground or stuff. She's like poking.
Okay.
Then.
You didn't get picked up on the mic.
Do I know what any of this plants are? Luz is definitely like, things are happening. Are there druidcraft messages?
Make a nature check.
Wow. Wow. Okay, that. Ooh, that's good. 23.
23. You don't notice any druidcraft messages, but you do for sure know that these plants and this life in the area is supernatural. It is definitely created or invoked by druidic magic and has been able to prosper in such a way because of it. Yeah, so you don't see any messages or any like direction or anything like that, but definitely strong with druidic magic.
Okay. As I see Adia poking at them, I'll just be like, well, that's all because of my sisters.
How did they do this?
Well, that's what druids do, is we connect with nature and then use it to benefit the areas around us. And as much as we can.
What does this do exactly?
What do you mean?
Is it just the purple glow?
Oh, well, the magic of my sister's circle is helping all of the things here to grow. As far as more than that, I don't know what their specific magic does for the area, but that is a typical effect that druids will...
Jollop.
The fuck was that?
What was
the
Jollop?
fuck was that?
Sorry.
Jollop.
I clicked on a button.
Scared me.
I'm sorry.
That was the Fey being that's fucking
Yeah,
behind
that's
us right
exactly.
now.
Oh my god, I was
Jollop.
terrified.
It's like like a mockingbird just flew right overhead.
I'm sorry. That was an accident. I clicked the button by accident.
I saw everyone in the screens just looking up, going like, "What the?"
That's canon, honestly.
Yeah. We just heard that was the Jollop bird, I think.
Jollop.
Jollop is a plant. It's a type of plant.
Speaking of animals,
With my wife.
I wonder why you guys heard that. It wasn't part of the YouTube tab.
We can hear everything you're doing.
everything.
How would you know? There's no other sound coming from anywhere.
Yeah, are there any animals here?
Yeah, you
but
definitely see
with
plenty of fauna around.
That
Oh.
beeping,
Luge,
I don't have
would-
mine turned on. So when it goes up, I can hear it through your stream.
Really?
Yes, I can hear everything.
Maybe just any Google Chrome tab, the sound plays, but only the video plays from the one that I pick.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not an issue.
What happens if animal eats these magic plants?
We're human.
Or we're human.
Lose shrugs.
Like, are we going to run into a giant deer up here randomly, or
Lose shrugs.
a
How do you
turtle
look-
duck?
You
Like,
said there was
I feel like there
water?
could be anything up here.
There's water with the pulsing purple light, right?
Yeah.
Can't she just like pick up a handful, like a little cupful, and just like, ma'am?
Lame.
Okay. You scoop up some water from a flowing river near or a small creek and take a little lick of it. Tastes like water.
Okay. And these purple lights, they look like veins, I'm guessing.
The what?
Do these purple lights that's coming from the ground into the plants and is it like does it look like veins, like blood veins, that kind of stuff?
They like travel along the vascularity and water transfer of the plants themselves.
Oh.
So like the leaves that have it travels along like the shoots of the veins of the leaves. It travels along like water streams and water flows. It's not like creating veins.
Oh.
It's just traveling along their natural water route paths.
When audience swallows the water, does it glow in like their throat? As
soon as Adia picks it up, it's just regular water.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I mean, if this is by your circle, then it must have a source, right?
I would assume that would be where they live. Probably behind a waterfall. Or near it.
Yeah.
Can I cast Detect Poison and Disease?
Sure.
We're so sus about this.
You like it?
Yeah.
This entire place is radioactive.
wondering if this counts as a
Fine, it's
disease.
just infused with Twilight magic.
Yeah, but it could be like a parasitic disease or something where it's like not actively harming the shit,
Radiation.
but it counts as a disease or something.
Symbiosis? Like,
Yeah. Biotic relationship. Poisonous creature or disease in each case. Yeah, poisons and diseases within 30 feet of you.
Okay. You cast the spell. You cast the spell and focus your energy into the magic. Concentrate, and you turn and look around. You can see a very faint amount of poison inside of Adia's stomach.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Adia,
Hmm?
how do you handle poison?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out.
Oh.
You did swallow some, and it's in your tummy right now.
Oh, maybe the water
water's
wasn't
not
sanitary.
good.
Well,
Is it the
that
water?
would make
though?
sense. Yeah, that would perhaps I should have drank water, but oh well.
That's fair. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it and see what happens.
Adia nods.
You always just drink and eat stuff off the ground.
Only interesting things. I mean, now we know. It gives me a little bit of poison, and we will see what will happen next. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. This is good to know.
She's like, she notes that in her journal. Don't drink the water. Yeah, diarrhea.
Okay.
Was
So you guys
that
continue
water
traveling.
like running? Like was it like a
Yeah.
stream?
It's a running creek.
Okay.
Not particularly clean, but
Hmm.
I have a couple vials. Wait, do I? I thought I had a thing of vials. Apparently, I do not. Never mind. All right.
all right. So you guys continue traveling up the cliffs and to the top of the waterfall, I guess, is where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you travel for the latter half of the day, and as the dark begins to fall more and night begins to, or evening begins to come, the glowing purple becomes more vibrant, and the sort of like faintness of it and just like very small hints becomes like large pulses of like light traveling through the woods and creates this weird trippy effect of like almost strobe as you're in like a sort of like darkened wood and you just see like light go by and flash on the ground. Kind of like if you've ever been in a movie theater that has like those lights on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
as if like those were like moving instead of just stationary. It's kind of like that. The light travels under your feet and then goes ahead, and then a few, maybe like 10 or so seconds pass, and then another wave of the light passes by. Very trippy. But you guys continue going and eventually crest upon the waterfall. You begin to hear the loud sounds of crashing water and the smell of spray coming from the waterfall. You have pretty much made it to the base of this very, very large, pretty much constantly glowing purple waterfall.
Well, what now?
Adia's looking at the water, thinking about it.
I mean, if you do more, we can know what it does.
Luz calls out in druidic. Hello? Anyone? It is Luz from the Circle of Stars. I was expected many days ago, but things went wrong. But I'm here now, and I brought friends.
How many are alive?
You wait for a few moments, and then you see kind of turning around a tree and like looking cautiously at you. Very, very large antelope, like huge horns, and you can see just like strange purple accents all over its body, like little streaks of purple. They're not glowing, but just kind of like almost like tattoos. You can see just like small, like intricate filigree designs of purple throughout their body and all over. And the horns are extremely like tangled looking, almost like very wild, like vines. And has this strange fey sort of essence to it as it kind of peeks around and looks at you. Slowly starts to like inch forward towards you.
Hello. I take a step over and I do a nice little bow.
Star has his weapon ready.
And I pull out the little like gift that we had. My little druid circles in the traditional gift giving of when you come and receive someone's receiving you want to give them something in return. So we have a beautiful polished stone.
Okay.
That Luce has been carrying around to give to them as both like a proof of the circle, essentially. It's like the circle's little like gift, and Luz will pull that out and hold it out.
Okay. The antelope kind of leans down and looks into your hands and sniffs and picks its head back up and looks at you. And then, very strangely, almost like a dog, it turns and then like lifts a leg like a pointer and like points in a direction with its antlers, pointing like up like past the waterfall.
It's so fucking funny, Rika.
I give another little bow, and I thank the antelope-esque creature. Appreciate your help. And this way.
I would say your detect poison and disease is still up, Eileen.
Mm-hmm.
You detect within the creature, it's like picking up as a disease, but it doesn't seem like malicious. It's not like killing the creature. It's just like there is some sort of thing that is separate from the creature that has like invaded its body and physiology that doesn't normally belong there. So it's like picking up as a disease kind of, but it's not like outwardly harmful or anything, or seemingly.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, so you guys follow the direction that the antelope had pointed and follow loose?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Isar's weirded out that his suggestion of animals eating this and turning into weird things was true.
You jumped.
I was right. I jumped to the right conclusions.
No.
Did
Alita will follow Luz.
Yeah, so will Adia.
Yep.
She doesn't like the idea of getting wet from the waterfall, but
Are we going through the waterfall?
Up and around it.
Up and around. Gotcha.
There's still a lot of spray.
Yeah, it is definitely spraying all over the place. It is a very tall waterfall. You guys are like a good distance up it. You're not like at the bottom of the waterfall, but it kind of has like multiple different shelved channels. So it's like big drop and then like a ledge and then another drop and another ledge, and kind of like cascades down, not just one straight fall. So you guys are up a decent way of it on one of the shelves. But you continue to climb up and around the rest, and eventually crest out of the thick and dense woods and treed areas until you can see what looks like a clearing. Within this clearing, you see a large collection of water that is the same vibrant purple color, glowing. And you can see at the top there is just like a wide open glade.
Wide open glade.
Mm-hmm.
I repeat my moves from below the fall of stepping out and introducing myself, stating where I'm from, and that I was supposed to be here quite many weeks ago. But had difficulties with travel, and I have brought friends.
One sec.
Adia is very tempted to climb a tree right now. It's probably not a good idea at the moment.
You know.
It could be a druid.
Oh?
The tree could be a druid.
The tree could be a druid.
Bark shape.
What an interesting introduction that would be. Hello, I climbed you. What's your
Sorry,
name?
Sorry, I used you as a scratching post.
The tree will try and tickle you.
Oh.
Okay, so you call out and you see coming out from a wooded sort of like, almost looks like a tree house now that you're looking at it more. It's like a thicket of a bunch of vines and branches that are like kind of swarmed together into like almost a dome. Coming out of it and the branches lifting up, you see an elven woman. She is long golden blonde hair on one side and then black hair on the other side. It is braided neatly into the middle so that it kind of like cascades together. And she has this strange sort of ethereal feeling to her. Very thin in frame, a little bit on the taller side, with bright amber eyes, and wears woven diagonally cross-patterned robes of a dark violet with little hints of orange accents to them. And she begins to walk forward, looking at all of you. She approaches silently, not saying anything, and just getting closer slowly. But doesn't seem like nervous or afraid or anything, just like she doesn't want to yell, maybe.
Perhaps nighttime.
But she slowly approaches and then gives a deep bow to all of you, most especially towards you, Luce.
I return the deep bow.
Welcome.
Proffer my gift.
Thank you for the kind gift.
Thank you for the reception. I greatly appreciate it. And your hospitality as well.
I am Seer Liren, and you must be Luce.
Yes. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. I was informed of your coming. I apologize I could not warn you the teleportation would not be possible. I hope your journey was not too arduous.
No, but what do you know of the transportation work?
There has been issues with the Grove lately in the past years. We haven't had too much contact with other sister groves, apart from most recently, as you know. There is this strange magic that has washed over the entirety of the thicket. It doesn't seem directly damaging, but has very close ties to Twilight and the negative and positive energies. It seems to be altering the fauna and flora, and ultimately I decided to close the teleportation pathway because strange things were happening.
I would love to talk to you more about this.
Of course, of course.
You said?
You must be weary. Would you like food, drink, anything I can get for you?
I'm ready. I would love to get right into the deep thick of things, but I know that my friends and I have been traveling all day, and they are very much so hungry and thirsty, and could use a good rest. If you are willing to share, of course.
Of course, the Twilight Thicket is yours in however you see fit. I apologize. It is not much for companionship at the moment. All of the druids are gone. They've traveled out into the world, as is tradition of the Twilight Druids. Once they are trained, they leave the grove, apart from a few who stay to teach, but with all of the things happening currently, I have not been taking on new students as of late.
I'm so sorry to hear that. But I can understand this must be difficult.
Yes, the natural flows of energy ebb and flow, if you would. Life and death, they are the same side of twilight and dusk.
Lose nods. Totally knowing.
But, it may be quiet and there may not be much to do, but feel free to explore as you wish.
I turn to my friends. You all hear that? Would you like to do?
You got cut off at the end. What?
Would you like to do things in this grove of minimal things?
Like, looking around, like, what do I see?
You are at the top of the peak of the waterfall, and it is open sky above you, a beautiful starry night, very, very much bright and visible in the sky. You see the large pool of water that has the purple glow to it, and there is some brush around, but it is mostly an open glade and clearing in this area. There are some they look like druid crafted homes and habitation areas of like domed vines and thicket, but other than that, it is pretty open. It seems like this is for observatory of the stars and sort of being open in the air rather than being constricted like down below in the rest of the thicket. There's probably not very much habitation that would normally be up here, other than possibly the Archdruid, the Seer Liren. But it seems like kind of, if there were rooms to the outdoors, this seems like the Archdruid's home and kind of her study.
Very nice.
There wouldn't be happen to be a place to bathe, would there? We've been traveling for a while.
Feel free to bathe in the waters. They do have a bit of a lot of the strange energy, but as long as you don't remain here for extended periods of time, it quickly leaves the system.
What happens if you
Good to know.
You stay for an extended period of time?
Well, she kind of drops the robes from her shoulders down a little bit to kind of show her the upper parts of her shoulder and like front of like upper collarbone area. You can see these strange, intricate purplish tattoos, very similar to the antelope, kind of stretching across her body.
There are some strange infusions of energy that I don't fully understand yet, but I am studying. They don't seem directly harmful, but I wouldn't want my guests to be test subjects. So, if you don't plan for staying too long, then bathing should not be an issue.
Oh, we do plan on staying overnight. Do you have a place for us to sleep by chance?
Of course, I can grant you such. Would you prefer up here in the glade, or would you prefer down below in the thicket?
Where were the druids living before they left? Was there...
Most of them would live down in the thicket. This is more so my habitating area and study, but I don't mind sharing if you prefer up here.
The thicket would be lovely if I could go. I'd like to see how everybody lived
Absolutely.
around here. Sorry, would you mind accompanying me for just to unpack my
sure.
things?
Yeah.
Just down below, the eastern face of the waterfall if you head down, there's the village area.
And nobody's there? Are there...
As far as I know, not currently. There may be a few stragglers, but not that I know of.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoy your conversation.
Pleasure to meet you all.
You as well. Thank you. But I would dearly like to sit down.
Of course, of course. And she kind of leads you forward to kind of a sitting area where these like vines and logs that are twisted and braided, and kind of up into a sitting area with like a table in front, also of this twisted vine. And she takes a seat and just kind of like looks up at the sky and at the fog that hangs around.
It's very gorgeous here, but so what you're saying, and what I understand, is that this essence isn't your volition?
No, not directly. I feel it may be as a direct result of the magic we invoke, but we did not bring it about on purpose.
When did you first start noticing this occur?
I would say within the past few years it has gotten to the point of difficulty to ignore. There's been mutations and changes among the creatures and plants.
Of what kind?
Very similar to what I showed on myself, these markings. It seems to be heavily tied to the negative plane of energy, Belduin, as well as the positive plane of energy during the day, Nunquil. There seems to be some sort of imbalance, as far as I can tell. I can't tell too much.
Does she seem lucid? Does she seem to be like influenced in any way?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking. I'm like, if you've been here doing this, I agree with that. I also too desire to insight.
Okay.
Adia's just noting everything down. She's not looking.
18.
18. She definitely seems a little bit spacey, but doesn't seem like entranced or anything.
Could just be that she's a druid.
Could be. But yeah, no, it doesn't seem like she's like hypnotized or entranced or anything, but definitely seems a little bit spacey. And you can definitely feel that there's like a strange ethereal air to her. Feels very Fey in nature, or just other in nature.
Do you know where it started? Like where this purple light seemed to appear at first?
I don't know exactly, no. It kind of just slowly progressed through the waters, I would say, where we first noticed, and then the plant life began to absorb it, and then the animal life began to eat the plant life and absorb it. A slow progression, but probably the waters is where it originated.
Do you know where... Yeah, we did see rivers going through here.
Where's the source?
Yes.
That is difficult to tell. I'm uncertain if it started at the top and propagated outward, or maybe started outward and has climbed to the top. A funny notion.
I will say that doesn't make much sense, but how has everyone been over here?
What'd you say?
I'm trying to think of what to ask this woman.
Is there under caverns here? That's close by.
Under caverns.
Yeah, or maybe
underground
springs
tunnels?
underground.
Perhaps. Why do you ask? I'm sure there are springs around. There are hot springs in the thicket. So I assume there would have to be a source underground. That makes sense.
This is, it's really weird that she does not know the place that she is well.
Is there a way down to see the sources of those underground springs? Is there a path?
Not that I know. Directly to the springs, water would be coming out, yes?
Yes.
So then anywhere water is coming out would be a path to the springs.
Yes, it just depends on how large.
I don't think you could traverse them, though, unless you can hold your breath a very long time.
Adia has her ears kind of like as this conversation is going, Adia's ears just like slowly flattening at the back of her head. She's this is creeping her out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, Luz is definitely a bit concerned at this point.
Where exactly would these be?
What did you say?
The tunnel that she was just describing, where you would need to hold your breath for a very long time. Where would that?
Oh, there are plenty of large springs all around the thicket. It's not a particular tunnel.
And the residents here who have also stayed, are they of the same status as you at the moment? The same kings? Have they also decided to live with this strange anomaly?
I don't believe anyone else has chosen to stay for as long as I have. Just come back and visit every once in a while.
How long have you been here?
In total, I've been here a long time. I've been the Archdruid of Twilight Thicket for years.
Years as in decades, I'm assuming.
Oh, yes, dear, yes.
And you've been here the whole time?
Oh, no, I've left at some points to go carry out business or seek out certain things. I don't know how much you know about the Circle of Twilight, dear. I feel I know a decent amount about the Circle of Stars, but have they taught you anything about our circle?
Unfortunately, I have not learned enough, no.
Oh, well, we basically are...
Give me a history.
Quick question. When she was trying to tell us how long she's been here, did it seem like she was having trouble remembering the date?
Make an insight check.
Natural 20 plus 2.
Yo.
No, it didn't seem like she was having trouble remembering the date. It just seems like she is old and has been here a long time.
All right.
She's just old.
That was a great natural 20.
It seems like, when you live for many years like an elf does and are an archdruid who live even longer, that time begins to blend a bit.
Doesn't surprise me because archdruids basically don't age.
Especially elven ones.
Yeah, she's gonna live forever. Holy crap.
I've been here for many years, but many years is 6,000
Congo.
years.
The first era.
Oh god.
I think the gods called me Sue.
Okay. Well, you don't mind if we take a look around, though?
You had asked a question about what the Twilight Druids do.
Oh yeah, let's have that. Let's get that. That was loud.
Yeah, my hand slipped.
Well, we are very specifically dedicated to the balance between life and death, dawn and dusk, twilight being the ever-present cycle. We specifically train druids to, one, honor and venerate the cycle of life and death, but to also make sure that it is not perverted. We have many that will travel out into the world and look for any imbalances of life and death and see to it that there are no follies of mortal kind, taking care of any bastardizations of such magic and strange occurrences.
We're hunting people, I guess, are.
Not necessarily people, just situations. Perhaps there is a outbreak of decay or plague in a certain area. My druids would perhaps go to seek to fix it. Or perhaps there is an unnatural spring of life that is granting immortality or advanced power to creatures that shouldn't have it. My druids would seek to put a plug in it so that it would not do so. Dangerous things can happen when creatures that are not supposed to have certain things possess it. Which is why I've been so thoroughly studying this strange magic that has been coming in. I've noticed that it has a strange balance to it that is oddly refreshing. During the night, it is this purple haze of negative energy and decay slowly wearing away at things, but during the day, it is a bright, vibrant amber of positive energy and life, renewing, giving and taking. It is strange to have two such forces colliding, but at least it brings balance, and has not caused me much worry yet, until one overtakes the other, or things perhaps get out of hand. But they seem to be in a delicate dance at the moment.
Has Adia heard about anything like this? Any records of some kind of weird...
Yeah, that's a good question.
Make a history check.
History... Okie dokes. That is... Wow, okay. 17. That is a 17. I will also knack
that.
4 and 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna pull you into the other channel.
Oh.
Wait, can I roll?
Sure.
Too, because I just didn't want to. This is gonna be. You said that's a what check?
History.
That's a 17.
Oh.
Okay. I'll pull you both into the channel.
17.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Oh. Oh no, the music.
And the cameras, no.
No, everything.
Okay, so there's some weird shit afoot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really brainwashing them, but
Cody, why did you have to phrase it as tugging on Isar's cloth?
I was tugging on your cloth. What do you mean?
That's such a weird way. You could have
Not
said
really.
cloak and it would have been the same
Seems
thing.
Completely normal.
Does not. No.
it doesn't seem that. It doesn't seem that strange.
No, it's pretty normal. Somebody's tugging on your cloth. It's like tugging on your pocket or something. It's the same thing.
Somebody tugged in my pocket. That'd be really weird.
You don't have a child.
That's fair.
It's a very common occurrence.
So what are we looking for?
I'll fucking tell you if we ever get to do anything.
I might be able to do something with one of those underwater caves.
Great.
He's like, I will not die to water-based combat again. I will have water breathing on every character.
I am prepared this time, boys.
Eileen caught the scent immediately and was like, hey, let's get the fuck out of here and go investigate something while she's distracted.
I don't think she's hiding anything intentionally.
Maybe not.
I don't get that vibe, at least.
Yeah, I just think something is influencing her in like a soft way. I don't think it's like a hard, like mind control-y way. I think it's something is doing something, but we don't know really much
But
about
it's like,
I don't
it's
think
not
the
even
druids
necessarily
left here voluntarily. If they
well,
left
no,
here at all.
they're still here, or at least like she's just been
said
the one
very
here the
few of them are
longest
still-
and most.
No, she said very few of them are still here. She said there's a couple stragglers. Because I asked, is there anybody else that lives in the thicket down there where all the other druids lived? And she said, there may be a few stragglers, but most left. So we're going to go down to the thicket, which is where we should be pretty much now. Find our rooms,
What else?
and then look to see if there's any druids down there. Maybe peek through
What
some
else is
windows,
going on?
break down some doors, burn the place down.
Yeah, but I'm getting color out of space vibes here.
I haven't seen that. But Peyton, thinking of spooky things, have you watched The Cabinet of Curiosities on Netflix?
I saw you guys talking about that earlier. I have not.
Watch the Graveyard Rats episode. It's an anthology series, so you can hop around if you want. Graveyard Rats gave me Bodok vibes. Just
Keep
by
that in
nature
mind.
of it being a horde of rats. But it was a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't come from the waters, but I still want to check out those caves.
Eileen can
so
hold her
we-
breath
we-
for like 20 fucking minutes, so I think we're okay.
It's
Yeah.
based on Constitution. There's like an actual rule for
Eileen
it.
has
Let
a
me-
special thing.
I got a thing too.
Special training.
You can hold your breath for 1 minute plus your Constitution modifier.
We need that music back.
Air bubble.
Yep.
We're
Break the
always
awkward
talking about air
block-
bubbles.
Block the quiet. It's too
Hilarious.
quiet.
I like legit picked air bubble as my thing today because I was like, I just feel like a thing, and I don't know why. Because I can.
Going back to the stream for music.
Okay,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Lex camera back on when you get the chance.
I'm trying to find there.
Alright, we're set.
Ew.
Yo,
Cool. Music's good.
this place
Yeah.
is bonkers.
Cool. Yeah. So that is what she tells you. The rest of you, or whoever left, Eileen and Asar.
Asar?
You,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys wandered away.
you guys wandered down into the thicket. What are you guys doing?
What are we doing, Eileen?
Something's off about her.
The plant growth on the deer didn't give it away?
That was weird, but then it going up her and it being a disease and her acknowledging it, and then there being no more druids here, or very few, like stragglers or something. Eileen wants to look around and see if there's anybody watching them as they walk down to the thicket.
A good point. Asar follows.
You look around. Go ahead and make a perception check.
They've all turned
6.
into plants. Oh, 6.
Oh, 6 plus hold could be massive. Alright, 7.
As you are walking down through the thicket, you don't see anyone else.
Okay. So we have rooms down here that we can stay in, supposedly, or at least a place that she said we could stay. She didn't really clarify what, though, so I think I wouldn't mind looking through some windows. Nobody lives here anyways, looking for signs of... I don't know. I get the feeling they didn't leave voluntarily, but I don't have a basis for that.
Well, you think something forced them out, or
I think so. You saw the veins on her.
was concerning?
It's not... I mean, none of this is normal, but
No.
it's not. I don't know. I got that feeling like when we're back at home, there's more than what she's saying, I think.
It's fair. Yeah, let's look around. See if there's anything we can't find.
Once we start seeing, do we see houses, hobbles, holes? What?
Yeah, as you travel down, it's very much like the Ewok cities in Star Wars. There are like these large tree homes that have
Cody knows
bridges
what that
between
is.
them, and
To really pull back that one for my memory banks.
there's like platforms up in trees and bridges between them, and like, you know, different zip lines to travel between the homes. Just Google like Ewok Star Wars homes.
And
It's the first zone in Thymesia, Cody, minus the
Gotcha,
yellow
I'm
gas.
there with you. Understood. The yellow gas is just purple in this case. Once we start seeing those, like the ones that are probably lower towards the ground or have ramps leading up to them, or ways to get up that are relatively easy, I think Eileen's going to try and convince Asar to go up to these abandoned houses and look inside.
Yeah, sir, will do so willingly.
Okay. Yeah, you go up into the homes and begin to peek inside. They look fairly nice. All of them seem to be simply furnished with wood, and some of them have like some woven carpets and things like that. But it doesn't seem like there's too much attachment to personal belongings. It's kind of just all the furniture is there. There's no like, you know,
I haven't seen it.
clothing, and there's no like valuables that are sitting out. But like every single place that you peek into is furnished and like available to live in.
And are there signs of, I don't know, like normal day-to-day traffic or struggle or anything in any of these places?
Make an investigation check.
Looking for scrapes on the wood, discoloration, stains, stuff like that.
Yes, sir, will assist.
Okay, that's a nat
For
19.
similar stuff.
And then a nat 16. Oh. Re-rolling.
No, I was just assisting you.
Nat 19. What was the actual roll for that? The stat?
Investigation.
Dirty 20.
Int.
Oh,
20.
I close roll 20.
Can you hear me? Just to check.
Yes, we can read.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Alright.
Okay.
Just my
Yeah, I'm
mic
back.
has been off.
Yeah, it's just lighting green for some reason for you, Rika.
Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah.
So dirty 20 on that one.
Okay. So yeah, you look around. You don't see any signs of like struggle or anything like that, or like combat. In terms of like daily use, it looks very scarce. It looks like every once in a while you come upon like a footprint in like dirt. It looks like sometimes you'll see a fireplace that has ash in it, not hot, but like at least somewhat recently a fire was lit in it and the ash is left over and hasn't blown away yet. So it looks like there have been people living here every once in a while, but it doesn't look like there's any signs of immediate habitation.
Goes with their story.
I mean, she did say that they kind of just come and go as needed. They're not really... No,
I could have read the
putting
situation
down
wrong.
roots here.
Yeah.
But it
Not
is
the fun.
something's odd. Something's odd here.
I
This may not be it, but I think you're on the right trail.
mean, I was sure we'd find something. I wouldn't have pulled us away otherwise.
Sorry, roll me a D100.
Excuse me?
What? Wait, what?
What does your Death Knight senses see?
78.
That's the purple
Ooh.
ship, baby. They would go off on ventures when they were ready to leave.
Once you're fully trained, you leave to go do whatever.
Hmm.
Someone
the
stay
purple
to
ship.
train.
Everybody left. Almost everybody.
Yeah. I guarantee they've probably been like, you should leave. And
Sorry, you see every once in a while, as you're kind of traveling around, you're like looking off in the distance. It's the purple pulses. Every once in a while, you see a pulse coming from the opposite direction of a bright amber color clash against the purple and like sputter out and like look like it was consumed. And then the purple wave stopped for a moment at where it collides with the amber and then wrap around it, sparks kind of like sizzle. It kind of like fizzles out and then continues. Every once in a while, you kind of have noticed just in the corner of your eye, like, huh.
Eileen, with the pulses, every once in a while I'm seeing the waves be hit by an opposing one. Doesn't stop it, but it's repeating a lot. Well, it's repeating sporadically, but enough to be noticed. I don't know if it means something. She did mention that during the day the life pulses go out instead in an amber gold wave instead of the purple. I don't know.
Eileen catch that? Does she see it all?
If once he points it out and like you keep observing carefully, looking around for a while, it takes some time, but eventually you do see a small amber wave traveling and then crushed by a purple one.
But it's pretty well nighttime already, yeah? We're just getting there?
Yep, it's nighttime.
Well, I guess maybe we wait till tomorrow and see if we do the opposite with amber and the occasional purple wave coming towards it. It could just switch. It could be natural.
Maybe. Just odd.
Yeah.
Not sure what to make of it.
They didn't tell us where to load, so...
No, they just kind of pointed us in the direction. I guess, do we just take the first one?
Well, no, we take the best one, obviously.
That's fair.
Do we see the hot springs you said were down here at all?
You travel around for some time, like looking around, and you eventually come upon some hot springs that are just kind of like coming out of the ground. They look like bathing areas, like there's been some furniture set up, like clotheslines and things for if anyone wants to bathe.
Oh man.
I mean, surely we try and get the house next to the hot tub.
Yeah, hot tub.
No.
Oh, his little face just popped up.
Just in the corner.
Yeah, that sounds good. This place, I feel like I've been here before. I don't know when or how.
What?
That's not good.
No, it is not, Lucian.
Well done, Lucian.
When did you realize that?
A little bit after the clash of the energy that I noticed. It's just, I don't know why. When Isar was having the visions, was one of them in a place similar to this? Chris?
No, I wouldn't say so.
I don't think so. I don't. It's a feeling more than a memory. I don't know. I just don't. This doesn't feel like a place of.
Maybe we'll just have to keep an eye on that.
I went all the way over there.
It doesn't seem like a good place. I don't know.
Yeah. But I think we need to take a night to rest up anyways. Meet up with the others, and we didn't find anything, so there's not really much to tell them about why we left, I guess. Yeah.
All right. So you guys just go and enter into a home near one of the hot springs and chill?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Back on top of the mountain.
Yup.
Yo. Yeah, I'm asking the Archdruid. Has this new occurrence to your body, has it affected your magic at all?
Yes, that is precisely why I decided to close down the teleportation pathway. It had unpredictable results that I wasn't comfortable with letting others attempt. It seemed like it was not a great idea.
Yes, what are these unexpected results?
I too would like to know.
Well, we had one druid who attempted to teleport out of the pathway who was disfigured a bit. I was able to restore them mostly, but with some permanent damage to their physiology, unfortunately. We had some other occurrences of trying to travel inward and explosions or destruction following and causing harm to the grotto. Just very unexpected, volatile results.
And you had mentioned mutations of sorts of the flora and the fauna.
Yes.
What exactly are you seeing?
During the night, there will be the purple markings. During the day, there will be the amber. They seem to not be the same markings, which is strange. You would think perhaps they would just change color, but they seem like they are different, almost opposing, which I feel perhaps is telling. But the markings will be almost opposite, complementary of each other in their form and shape for the day versus night. Some of them will gain special abilities or extra instances to them. Perhaps a creature will grow extra horns, will grow a bushier tail, will grow larger claws and paws. Some of them have even started to develop certain abilities and energy that emanates from them that they seem to be able to control, or perhaps they can't, and it's causing some of them to wither and die, or volatilely erupt in certain ways. I've seen a rabbit that was as quick as lightning. I've seen a tortoise that emanated shadow and mist. All sorts of oddities and weird changes to creatures.
It doesn't seem to have any specific theme or commonality between them all.
She thinks for a while, to the point where you think she almost forgot your question, and she kind of just silent for a long amount of time. Whenever you try to speak up again, she's like waves her fingers, like she's still thinking.
Does she remember 21st day of September?
I can't exactly pinpoint it. It all seems so random, which is what's odd, but there's almost a cohesion to the randomness. I can't exactly put my finger on. Perhaps you, with your greater understanding of the stars, could have some better insight on the cosmic relations, but I'm afraid I can't see any patterns that are obvious. Only the pattern and the lack of the pattern, if that makes sense.
In a way, it's better than nothing.
Yes, and I can absolutely take a look at the stars. There's a wonderful view right now.
And Luz, about the stars. Right? You wanted to mention something about?
Yes, I suppose I got a little carried away with what's going on here. We reached out originally because I noticed that there have been stars disappearing. And I thought perhaps that was the reason that my teleportation went wrong. Our magic has been suffering similarly. I'm so sorry to hear that something similar has happened to you, although this seems to be more pressing in urgency, perhaps. Yeah, Luz looks up the stars and looks back at the Archdruid. If there's any other knowledge that you have, anything that you can think of, anything that stands out about this, please let me know. I will try and take a reading with everything that you've given me, and hopefully I can do something for you, but if you have any knowledge at all as to why the sky might be changing, if you've noticed anything yourself, I invite you to tell me, please.
I'm afraid I'm not one to read the stars like you, child. I simply follow the flow of positive and negative energy. I don't believe there's anything that I haven't said already. I'm sorry, I can't help more. I've been trying my best to understand the situation here. It is odd and strange in many ways that are hard to decipher.
It very much seems like a mystery, and I do dearly hope we can help you with it.
Did you say you were looking for lost stars?
In some manner, yes.
Isn't that an impossibility? I am afraid I don't know much about the stars, but being that the stars tradition and the Twilight tradition are somewhat related in terms of their modes, I would say, or at least the pathways that they follow. I had thought that stars disappearing was a thing long of the past, not happening for eras. Doesn't that bode poorly for apocalyptic events?
I'm sorry, you said a thing long of the past.
Losing stars. If my memory serves me, that happened during the first era. The spirit usher was consuming souls.
I don't believe I had found that in my studies.
No, really.
Most everything coming from the first era is gone.
Ah, well, yes. As far as I understand it, the first and moving into the second era, the original god of death, the spirit usher, he was overstepping his place and began to, instead of usher souls, take them, break them apart, and absorb them for his own strength and purpose. Yes, I believe that's right. And that would have caused stars to go out. Even some of the immortal ones were never recovered.
Well, that then concerns me even more. What lovely news.
But the cold wind, there is no reason to believe that His Greatness should ever wish to consume souls. He willingly took the position to stop such an event.
I do not believe that it was. I don't know what the cause is, but based on our teachings, the cold wind is who created the ability for mortal stars to reproduce, to be able to continue to grow. So it does not make any sense.
Well, it wasn't necessarily the cold wind, perhaps in essence. It was originally a gift from the Spirit Usher and the Breath Giver. In conjunction, they created this ability of mortals when mortals were first conceived. And in essence, I suppose the cold wind had hand in that, as the cold wind does contain parts of the Spirit Usher, never one without the other. But I can't think of a reason. Stars would be missing in the sky permanently, not replaced at all. That would require great loss. Permanent loss.
As far as I know, I've not heard of any such significant events. Yet, what I'm seeing in the sky is not correct. It is not the way things should be, and it's very clear.
I may have a suggestion then. I'm afraid I don't know very much about the stars, but I do know someone who does. Quite an avid studier of them, in fact, for years, many years. Not as many, perhaps about as many as me, maybe more. I'm not entirely sure. But I know of a being beneath the earth, beneath the ground. There are many who live, and many different creatures who live in a place known as the Underdark. Within the Underdark, there is a being who makes his home. This being is known as Visalunti. He is with a Z instead of an S. Visalunti. Yeah, that's right, Club. He is a dragon, fairly old one. He is of the gemstone variety, a topaz dragon, a dragon of destruction, decay, and waste. They study the flows of death from life very avidly, usually. Visalunti especially will surface from the Underdark to look at the stars every now and again throughout the years. I'm sure if someone would know something more about the cycle of death and destruction, perhaps cataclysmic decay, it would be him. He avidly looks for the channels of destruction and decay and such like that.
That does sound like a very useful, a very helpful individual. However, do you think Vigilanti would take kindly to visitors?
Oh, no, definitely not. Topaz Dragons, Vigilanti in particular, is very curmudgeonly.
Oh God,
not very friendly. In fact, I've never had the honor of speaking to him. I have seen him in the distance, I believe, some years back. The faint visage of him. No, definitely not very receptive of visitors. If you were to get anything from him, any sort of courtesy other than grumpiness and perhaps worse, you would need to provide him with something that he deemed worth his time and valuable enough to enter into his home or take up his time.
What does he value?
Well, the Topaz Dragons are very much connoisseurs of destruction and decay, as I said. They particularly like to study things in relation to the undeath, creation and destruction, and things along those lines. They like information. They like things that they can collect that are in that realm. I believe Vigilanti actually, in fact, has a collection of undead pets, if you believe.
I look over and I lean in his are not
No,
here.
you
Okay,
don't.
that's right. I look around
Good,
and I'm
it's
like,
good they aren't.
But somewhere Eileen goes, "You hear that?" Roots her brow, pissed off.
Why are you mad suddenly?
Don't know.
oh, dear.
If you had something of his interest in that realm, information or even items or boons that you could give in trade for not the full extent of his anger and grumpiness, he is not openly hostile, but not friendly either. But that may smooth relations a bit more to not either be immediately kicked out or harmed if he's in a particularly bad mood.
How do you know so much about this Vigilanti?
Oh, stories throughout the years. They have been passed along. He is sort of the unofficial figurehead of the Twilight Druids, being that he is so strongly the negative side of the Twilight aspect of our tradition. We unfortunately do not have the pleasure of having a close relation with the Crystal Gemstone Dragon to have the other side of life-giving and creation, but it is funny all the same to think of Vigilanti in such a manner as related to our tradition. And living so nearby, the entrance to the Underdark, or at least one of the entrances, is within the Twilight Thicket. So we do have direct access downward there, and I believe occasionally it has been said that Vigilanti would exit from one of our entrances to the Twilight Thicket.
I look at Alita.
Yeah, Alita, while she has definitely gotten a little more guarded in her time here, she is definitely listening with rapid interest.
Does this Vigilanti, just wondering, does he have also smaller friends? Or does he like to stay alone?
Who now?
Does he have smaller friends? Does he have underlings? I guess.
Oh, he has many pets. many undead pets.
Do any of them fly?
I'm afraid I don't know. I've just heard stories of those who have spoken to Vigilanti or traveled to find him and to be met with many unexpected guests as well.
Great, unexpected guess.
Unexpected for perhaps the visitor, but I'm sure Visalunti is very aware of them. Perhaps you could offer him another pet. That might spark his interest. Or, no, that's
I'm
maybe
afraid
not a good idea.
I don't believe any of us have necromantic abilities.
Have the ability to create any undead.
Unless...
Could you find them?
I suppose if he's proficient, we could find him an interesting corpse. A well-preserved corpse.
No. I don't think that would be very kind to force your recipient to do work for their gift. You would definitely take offense to that. As I said, he is quite curmudgeonly.
Oh boy. This is fun and dandy. Nothing's wrong here.
Also the hot springs you mentioned, right? It's just excuse the random subject change. Is it also under an open grove, or is it just hidden further among the trees or nearby?
There are many different hot springs. I don't know if they all have the same source. That is not something I've ever looked into distinctly.
How often do you contact the other Twilight Druids who have left?
Some of them will check in occasionally using arcane means, or physically will just come back. I tend to spend most of my energies and time trying to figure more out about this situation. She gestures around. I don't actively reach out to them. If I feel if they need me, they'll find me.
Well, I mean, we did find you, though it did succeed in that, at least.
One final question. Do you know where this Dasani's lair is? Where, if we do need to speak with him, do you know where we could find him?
Visalunti, I believe his lair is near the city. There's a city, Falakir.
Can you bring us back to the map for that, please?
Yes, Cody, but with an apostrophe after the A, the second A. It's not going to be on the map. It's in the Underdark.
Gotcha. I've never heard of that.
No, you wouldn't have. It's in the Underdark. There's a hidden city beneath the earth that many strange creatures who would probably not be welcome on the surface, or just those who wish to live in the dark. I will not judge. But they came together and created a city. I believe it is watched over by a titan, actually.
Adia just goes, huh?
Oh my god. Luz just sort of like nods like,
well, I suppose that could perhaps have some effect.
And this Underdark city is very close. You mentioned it was close by here, right?
It is a ways away underground in the Underdark. I wouldn't say it's close by relatively, no.
Do you happen to have more details about what this Titan is?
Oh, I believe his name... or its name... Actually, I can't remember for shit.
His name is I don't recall.
I actually don't have that information, but I've heard he is quite, she is quite kindly, and there's active offerings and almost prayer and worship towards it for granting them a bountiful and prosperous underground area. nourishing the life beneath the earth with many different plant lives and allowing for there to be a prosperous civilization as well as ecosystem and environment. I can't remember too much else specifically about this Titan or their name. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But the
no.
city is Falakir, I remember that.
And would there happen to be another Titan nearby? One that people don't like to approach? That's in
Not
this-
that I know of, no.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
This is a lot of things
I
at
look
once.
at I look at Adia like, what a question.
Hmm. Yeah, I noticed Lou's looking at me with the same like, what the fuck? I'm looking at Lou's going like, what the well, I mean, do we have any other questions?
I'm still processing.
Yeah, I know, same. I'm like,
This
when you're given such like little snippets of information and you're trying to make sense out of them, it's like you're like chopping them with a fine.
it's kind of like, and they're giving you snippets of, oh, I don't know what's happening, but by the way, this is happening conveniently nearby, and you're like, huh, I wonder.
I'm just like, okay, good positive energy titan and negative dragon, but those aren't. It's not quite.
Sorry, Eileen, you guys doing anything? Are you just chilling
Okay.
in the hot springs?
Negative energy dragon, positive Titan.
Eileen is drawing in her journal the zip lines. I think they'd be great in Pelrin. Keeps us off the ground. They seem to work fine here. We can learn to use them.
SR is in the hot tub.
Eileen's on the side with her feet in it.
Oh,
Pretty nice here, actually. I kind of had the wrong idea about it, I feel like.
no, it's pretty bad here.
Excuse me.
What?
What? You look like you're having an
This-
awful time. No, I agree.
This is nice. This is nice.
Are you touching the bottom?
Is this our touching the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be touching the bottom?
I don't understand where the water is coming from.
There's like a channel that's pouring water into the spring.
Hot water?
Yeah. Like it's coming through a hole in the wall
Okay,
in like the
let's-
cliff
okay.
face,
Makes more
like,
sense.
and then pouring into.
I thought you were saying the mountain water was coming down and filling
No,
this
no,
pool
no,
and
no.
it was hot.
No. It's like coming through a channel in the cliff face and then into the pool.
Flame-capped mountains instead of snow-capped mountains.
You mean a volcano?
Yes. I mean, it seems rough, I guess.
It feels familiar to when I was in the presence of the cold wind. That's the sensation I'm getting. I don't know if that's why I feel like I've been here before, but that's part of it.
Did you... Sorry, this is going to be weird, because I should have mentioned it earlier, but I didn't want to worry anyone. You notice anything weird at night, like during your watches like that? Like just feeling like somebody's there with you, or watching, or anything? Or like it's... I don't know.
Have I,
off-colored?
Chris? I don't think so.
No.
No, it's pretty unique to here right now. Pretty much all around us.
Okay. That's good to know, I guess. Doesn't really help.
There's probably something here. I mean, there may also be something from the opposing side, given what the Archdruid said. But
Well,
there's definitely something here with a strong tie to Belduin.
yeah. I was talking more about
And maybe-
before we got here, but right, we're here. We'll deal with this.
Before here, no, I haven't felt like anyone's been. Have you?
No.
Have you been feeling like someone's been watching?
No.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
It was. It was just late. And I think I was tired at one of the.
14 plus 3, so 17.
You know, it could have just been my imagination. What was it?
17.
I shit you not, 18.
Okay.
I'm telling you the truth. It was probably just me being overly tired or something. It just felt like we were being watched right when we got to the mountains. It could have been the dragons, actually. Maybe I was just thinking about the dragons too much, because they did worry me a little bit.
Well, if you get that, feeling again, tell us. Let us know. We could look into it.
You guys
I
were
could look
sleeping
into
so
it.
peacefully.
I don't sleep peacefully.
Not like you were.
It sounds like a dying animal.
I had Audia there, and
by
Audia
you.
was all curled up and cute. I was gonna wake Audia up. Come on.
I think she would thank you if you woke me up in that scenario.
That's fair. Anyways, zip lines going to and from Artress, from Solzren once we clear that out, which is the plan, right?
Eventually. I don't know if we have enough to do that ourselves right now.
Not yet. No.
I think it'll take a bit, but we're
Need
getting
more
there.
firepower.
Do you need another gun? Or do you mean like in a figurative sense?
I want a bigger gun. Like a longer gun.
How?
That shoots
Like,
really far. Very, very far and hits really hard. Maybe it only shoots like once or something, I have a design,
Okay.
and Eileen's going to flip open her journal and show like a design of a crude scope.
Alright,
Scope, and then the glass is all
I
like
could-
reflective and makes you like
if,
look further.
if we can get a place to craft it and we had the materials, I could probably make the barrel for you.
I would love that. I can blow the glass. I don't know how to do any of this yet, but I can learn. I know how to blow the glass, but I don't know how to make it like magnified or all that. So I'll have to look to somebody that does.
Probably would have to find a woodworker for the stock. You could probably do the gears and such within it. I don't think that should be a problem.
Make the ammo. Yeah. Then you make the barrel and all the metal parts and stuff, and we can,
I think that's doable.
that'd be good for the tower, especially if we get on top. I can shoot people like at the bottom.
Yeah, next time we're in town, I could buy some materials for a mold.
Great. I mean,
Get
I'll
on
pay for
that.
it, whatever we can.
Chisel away.
I hope the others find
That's
us.
Yeah, we kind of just went off. I wonder what do you think the Archdruid told them?
The Archdruid definitely. You don't think they're in danger, are you?
And we go back up there.
Roll for initiative.
Oh,
After
So what are you guys doing up at
after
the top?
a little bit of processing, Leah's gonna ask like, how old was this Visalunti exactly?
I'm afraid I don't know the exact years, but at least a few hundred, I would think.
Did Vizil, when you mentioned this energy growing in this area, how long ago did you said it started appearing?
It's hard to gauge exactly when it first started to manifest in small ways that were hardly noticeable, but
Did it,
within the past few years.
as in few years, as in when the Titan that lives in Underdark City woke?
No, that was at the turn of the Concord, I believe. I would assume when the other Titans woke up. Perhaps a little bit later if it needed more. It needed more time to reawaken or something. But no, this is more recent years. At least as far as when I started noticing, or others started to notice significant amount.
And Visalunti was here, I'm guessing, for a long while as well.
Visalunti is, as far as I understand, Visalunti has been here about as long as I have, maybe a little bit longer.
Forever. Okay, I see.
And I'm not as young as I look.
You look wonderful.
14,000 years old.
You have
You've aged spectacularly.
Yes. If you have aged at all. Visalunti. Okay. Let's write notes.
Yeah. Shit, it was on the tip of my tongue.
These you mentioned earlier like some underwater caverns. How many are there any nearby, or
What caverns?
didn't she mention some underwater caverns earlier?
I mean, that was kind of like a shot in the dark. It was about the springs and stuff.
The water
I might have
comes from
gotten
the
that.
ground, and so it must come from somewhere, is what she said. Which
Yeah.
means there are.
Okay, I got that mixed up
just
in my
in the
head.
words out.
All right.
Yeah. Adia was just guessing until she freaking said the Underdark City. Freaking a whole ass city. Who needs caverns in the ground when you have city?
What an argument.
Well, does anyone else have questions? 'Cause, we might need to discuss some things.
Yes, but no.
Nothing else comes to mind.
I think I will need a little time to take a look at the stars and see if there's any information I can glean from them. Perhaps that will either answer or help us ask more questions.
Of course, dear. I would appreciate any input you have.
Would you happen to have any maps to the Underdark or a route to it? To the city? Maybe directions?
I could give you direction. I don't have a map, per se. But I could tell you how to get there.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Directions and landmarks so we don't probably get lost. Yeah. Adia will be with the archdruid, noting down her directions as much as she remembers.
Yeah, she tells you to travel through the there's large crystal caverns, and that kind of are extremely high ceiling, like lofted, like very large space. And yeah, you just kind of follow the crystal caverns where the crystals exist, and then it slowly becomes more like bioluminescent, and there are many growing plants and things that wouldn't normally be able to survive without light or like sunlight. And yeah, just to kind of follow the growth after the crystal caverns.
Oh, okay. Simple enough.
Wow. This is gonna be a trip.
And we should probably group up with the others to
Yes.
get them up to speed.
I agree. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, thank you
I'm not
for
exactly
all the information.
I'm not exactly sure where we'll be staying for the evening, but we will most likely be back in the morning to chat with you. Try and give you any information.
You're welcome to look and stay anywhere in the Twilight Thicket that you wish.
Thank you.
Adia gives a bow and starts heading off to where Isar and Eileen went.
She bows back and then just kind of sits there and looks out at the water and at the sky, and like the big lake and waterfall that sits at the top.
as soon as we're a good distance away from her, Alita's gonna whip out her compass.
Okay.
See if there's any change or any indication that we might be getting much closer.
You look at the compass, and you definitely see the blinking is more rapid. It seems like you've closed some distance. As you kind of maneuver it around, it seems like it is much more justified downwards than like planarly.
Well, I think we know where the engine might be taken.
Yes. Now we just have to figure out how to bribe that engine away from probably a dragon.
Well, we don't know for certain.
Have either.
I'm not going to hold my breath on that, though.
Yeah.
Have
all...
either of you negotiated with a dragon before?
No. I've never
No.
seen a dragon before.
Me neither. I'm very
Well,
young.
I have had experience with this before, and I think that we should. I've never done this in my life, and I'm totally terrified.
Just the sooner we can get out of this place, the better.
I do agree with that, as this is not exactly what I expected when I was headed here.
Actually, Luz, why were you headed here?
Well, as the Archdruid said, our circles work around similar paths of magic. We're right on the edge of one another, you could say. And so it is possible that their circle may have noticed things or knew things. She did. So at least I got something out of this trip.
And will you be going back to your circle, or will you be continuing on?
I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what going back to my circle will accomplish. I didn't find the answer as to why the stars are disappearing, and to come back with, well, the spirit usher used to eat them before the cold wind took over, isn't exactly much of a... Well, it isn't much at all.
Well, we can definitely ask Yassar if the cold wind looked hungry. I'm not sure how you would figure that out.
Are you hungry?
Was your stomach grumbly?
What does an appetite for souls look like?
Nom, 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 nom.
So in some sense, I doubt it. Doubt I'm going back. Anytime soon, at least.
What does an appetite for souls look like?
So you guys travel down the mountainside, or the cliff faces rather.
Yeah.
I mean, headed back to Yassar and
Okay.
Alita.
You head You head into the Iwaki village and look around, and eventually find Eileen and Yassar chilling in the hot springs, just relaxing.
Oh, that looks quite lovely. How are you two?
Good.
Good.
Water's warm.
Well,
if you guys want to join.
The water's nice. This place isn't. You know when I went to the realm of death?
Yes.
That's the vibe I get from here.
In what?
You know when I met the cold wind? That's also the vibe I got from here.
Was he hungry when you met him?
What?
Did you hear grumbles from his stomach?
What?
Do you
No.
look like he really had to go somewhere really quickly?
Did he
No.
seem peckish in any way?
You
Was
asking
he,
if
was
we
he,
These are
had-
weird.
Was he like
was he
licking
chewing
his
on
lips?
something?
This is a weird line of questioning out of nowhere.
Did
No,
you
no,
see any
they're
hunger
onto
in his
something.
eyes?
Did you see hunger in his eyes?
Was he lustful?
No. Weird.
ask you
Oh,
No.
that'd be a good prompt
Spare
for
a
a book.
soul for him.
Oh, it would be, wouldn't it?
Did he ask what? What was that?
Did he ask you to spare a soul for him?
Toss a
No.
coin.
Toss a soul to your Cylon. No. Is this about the stars disappearing?
Well,
Is-
yes.
Maybe?
He seemed resigned
No,
to
yes,
not have the
maybe.
power to do anything on our plane anymore. From my brief encounter. Maybe he was lying, but he didn't seem keen to recoup his power. If that's what you're asking.
Well, I suppose only time will tell for that one.
Was that about her
We-
feet?
We do have other news.
Showing those dogs
Can
for
we
free.
clarify? I would like to clarify in canon lore, please. That was about
Where is Alita
Luz's
looking
feet,
away?
right?
Yeah.
I just
Was
I
that
don't
about
want-
Eileen being in her skivvies or Luz's feet? You have got to clarify what type of lesbian Alita is. We have to know right now.
Selena, a foot lesbian?
Or a
Eileen,
tiefling lesbian.
Eileen. It was refer. I didn't even see Luz.
Damn it.
Oh.
Adios.
I mean, it could be both. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if Alita noticed the feet.
The timing was fucking
There's
funny on
tears
that.
to this. That was so funny.
Adia starts combing out Eileen's hair, like all the tangles and the wet hair. Just starts uncombing it with her claws.
Ow, ow,
Right,
ow.
Pulling out tufts.
Ow,
I
ow.
imagine like cat making bread, but just on the back of my head.
No, she's using her claws to be like a comb.
See,
not,
now
like, into your
if you were
scalp.
if you shaved your head like I did, you wouldn't have to deal with that.
Adia turns to you with her claws, looks at your scalp, goes near your scalp. Are you sure?
Nothing for you there.
So bad.
Starts making kneading the bread
Right.
on Isar's head.
I druid craft a comb out of
Oh.
some branches and hand it to Eileen.
With each kneading of Adia, Isar just slowly slips more and more underwater until his head is fully submerged.
Oh,
Can he
goodbye.
die underwater?
Goodbye.
He
Isar.
can hold his breath
Putting your
for a
head
long
down.
time.
I
What
hope
did
you
you guys
have a
find
good
out, by
sleep.
the way? Was there anything
Oh,
important up there? Or were you guys
A
just
lot.
chatting the shit?
Well,
Nope. We may have solved the mystery of why this land is the way it is, but and also where the engine might be.
You say
Well,
solve the mystery, but I
sort
think
of, yeah.
we made the
Maybe.
mystery more
wouldn't say
mysterious.
solved.
Yeah, that's true.
More of a potential lead.
That's true. That's more precise. Yes.
There is
There is a
topaz dragon.
Okay. So we give up on the engine, right?
And there is also a
No.
Underdark city.
Uh-huh.
Protected by a titan, a life-giving titan.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and according to history, when a dragon which has negative energy and a titan which has positive energy, when these forces are close or somewhat powerful enough, I suppose, their energies will clash and create an atmosphere much like this land.
wait. What?
what?
Wasn't
Alita
it like
doesn't
that?
know this.
Magnets?
Maybe? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
that's what Chris literally told us.
That's what
I
he
don't think
told you. He didn't tell me.
What did I tell you?
I don't think that's quite what he told us.
Well,
That's
there's
not
a
what I
negative
got.
charge titan and a positive
In
charge
the
titan.
sense
When
of
they
I
live
got
next to
that
each other,
there
they
was, like-
kind of land in the
I
purple
think I was
shit.
jumping. I think I was jumping.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I think you were taking things one more step farther.
Yes,
Then
because I did not know about the part where what Isar was looking at.
Okay, let's bring it back a little bit. Like,
Yeah, bring
does
it back,
anyone, Adia or Luz, do you have any idea what could cause this phenomenon?
well, it has been seen before in various other ways that primordial beings, strong magic creatures such as titans, or perhaps dragons, have, well, very strong magic and can either leave an imprint, whether they're here or not. Could have just been a momentary thing, like someone stepping somewhere, but it can create an environment that is different.
Yes, it is considered to be titanic magic.
Great.
But according to what Phelan told us, the Titan in the city, at least, has been here for a long time. Assuming that the dragon has also been here for a sufficiently long time, why only now? Why does this strange mist only seem to be a recent thing?
That's why I am not so certain.
Some variable must have changed recently, such as the engine, perhaps, or some other artifact that might have
But
been
what
taken.
But how could the engine change this?
Did we get a time frame of how long it's been like this?
And that's another thing that she says it's been like this for years, not
Oh,
a
that's
month.
true.
Yeah, the
With-
engine just happened. Happened.
I think the engine is just a
Happened.
coincidence, if
Happened.
anything.
It's been
Right.
progressing over years. It's not like it's been this severity for years. She said it like she first started noticing it
Slow
few-
creep.
a few years ago.
Hmm.
Still
And
long
again, a
enough
few
where
years,
like the
sir, does
engine,
not.
the engine's probably not involved.
Yeah, I'm not commenting on any of that. I'm just giving you the correct information.
So is our plan
Yeah.
to steal the engine from the? You said a Titan or a Topaz
We don't
Dragon?
even we
or-
don't know what the situation with the engine is. We just
don't know if is with
we-
either of them,
Yes, that's true.
or
but it does seem to be closer by.
Isar breaks the surface of the water. Did you say a dragon?
Topaz Dragon and a Titan and a
A what? A what?
Yeah, negative energy Titan. Ooh,
According to
positive
the
Are you sure?
energy
Archdruid,
titan.
positive.
according to the Archdruid, the dragon, what was his name? Vazulini.
Vizaluni.
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 Vishkababi.
Vizaluni.
Yabba dabba doo.
Vizaluni.
Might have a better
Mitsaluna.
idea of what's
Do
going
any of you
on.
speak Draconic?
Nope.
Yes. I do. Hi.
Vizalunti means future of dust.
Oh, great. That's nice.
in
Lovely.
Draconic.
That's a great
I
name to name a
casually
child.
passed that on.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well,
You know
next
lot.
Topaz dragons, according to the Archdruid, does say that they are connected or more interested in negative energy. That probably has something to do with it.
Huh.
Perhaps.
So what's our plan? Obviously, we're not staying here, but that what we're doing is trying to talk to this guy. Are we gonna try and? What are we gonna do?
Well,
He does have pets
Oh, okay.
as well.
You're good with
Undead
animals.
Undead.
Oh,
I was going to say I don't think pets you like.
Well,
And I'm
Sar's
not sure
undead.
they're animals I could be good
No,
with.
I'm not undead. I
Oh.
would not be a pet. Please no.
We were told that bringing him something would perhaps be the best way to gain audience without him
Like what?
harming us or killing.
Would a book called The Spirit Usher's Maxim work about the Farsi Kalmat?
Maybe.
Tall bald man with a mace.
It's very possible one or both of those would work.
Okay.
I mean,
Why would you be willing to give up
It's
your book?
just a book. It was a lead I was following to an end. We
Are you trying to build more of
Did
you?
that.
Are you trying to make a dragon version of you? A dragon Farsikam what?
Where is
What?
this coming from? What? Lex, give me whatever you're on today. I don't know what the fuck. That was the
I
biggest
don't
jump I've ever
think-
heard in my life. You
I
leave.
don't think
What's your
you
strength
know
mod?
what's in the book.
It actually wouldn't be possible because a dragon has an immortal soul, not a mortal
Yeah.
soul.
You want to give your book up? Are you trying to become a dragon?
It could be.
It's a collection of short stories about them.
Ugh.
It's not a guide on how to become one.
I
But the bookstore owner did say it was very rare, so maybe it's something the dragon would be interested in. Because it has to do with the realm of death.
Worth a shot.
probably the best thing we have to offer.
That's-
Furthermore, we are still unclear about where his lair even is. We just know it's within the Underdark.
yes.
What?
The cavern system beneath our feet.
So where the
Where the city is.
Or
city?
nearby. Yes, there is a city.
We've been over this.
Yes.
I was underwater. I heard bits and pieces.
Yeah, we'll give him a quick rundown.
Eileen dumps herself underwater at the
Your
beginning
own
of it.
fault.
Daisy's underwater.
Well,
Okay.
so that does seem to be our next destination.
Did you guys mention that the battery was pointing downwards now?
No, Alita's not saying
No,
shit about that. Nope.
Alita has only told me and Adia about that, right?
Gotcha.
Or Eileen.
What about like the battery? I mean, maybe it's that direction, but seems unlikely, no?
Well, according to Luz's predictions, quite recently, it might be underground. And Adia is saying this with like a very like slowly wagging tail, like she's laughing, but she's not showing it on her face.
Okay, so everything is pointing underground now.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it seems like we know where we're going next then.
Yes.
Yep.
If anything, it'll be quite interesting
Bubbles.
to see a city underground and the dragon.
Do we have magical forms of light? Is that something anybody has now?
Yes,
Okay,
I
good.
do.
Okay.
I do not think we'll be lacking in light once we go down there. There is crystals and
Can you not see in the dark?
and bioluminescent.
No, Normal-
Who cannot see in the dark?
humans.
Sorry.
Just
I
a
pointed at Sar.
Imagine being a human. Cringe.
Yeah.
Imagine not being able to see in total
Ouch.
darkness.
What a
Imagine not being a
loser.
magical fancy ass fucking fantasy race.
Did you think me using torches in the caves, the multiple caves we've been in, was just for show?
I thought it made you feel better.
yeah.
I can't see in the dark.
I see. And Nadia
You should look
keeps
into
wagging
that.
her tail.
Luz, like, looks a little taken aback and nods.
Well, you could have told me. I have something for that.
Why would I have to tell you that I can't see in the dark? No humans can see in the dark.
This is true. We were.
It is in fact the most common thing to not be able to see in the dark.
Well, now you will be able
all of
to.
the humans that I have been friends with have all had potions and/or various spells to help them out. I have never met someone who's not been prepared for dark vision.
Yeah, do you want to know how I'm prepared? Torch that I've lit multiple times.
But what if you catch your head on fire?
Have I done that?
You may not have hair, but skin is very flammable. You're
And
very
it's
Rather
oily.
barbaric.
Wouldn't the oil on your head catch fire?
Why would I be putting the torch on my head?
Maybe perhaps you
You've
trip.
seen me.
It is like running with scissors. Maybe if you run with a torch, you're in the
Have you seen
danger
me
of
run
getting
with
a-
the torch, or do I put it down and then do the running?
You are a bit clumsy.
No, where would you run with?
Where
a
is that
torch if you
coming
cannot
from?
See?
You almost drowned right now.
I was holding my breath. That's not even clumsy.
Oh, so you were just drowning on purpose.
Do you know what holding your breath is?
Were you
Can you
though?
hold your breath?
Were you though? I have no proof. No.
It's just
Or-
racist. This is racist.
I can write you some scrolls so you can cast on
bullying the
yourself.
Why would I need to cast a spell? I can light a fire. What is there's no I already have you were like, "Oh, I've never met a human who wasn't prepared." Yeah, you're right. I've been prepared.
I put a paw on.
This feels very
Sorry.
combative over something that's common
Star's head,
knowledge.
and I start like petting his head.
Why are you doing that? Please stop.
I'm trying to make you feel better.
I can just picture because his head's probably still wet. That it's just like fur and wet. Like
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good.
Just squeak, squeak.
Reminds you
squeak,
back of
squeak.
when you had hair.
Anyway. Yes, I do believe that is our next destination, to the Underdark. Because I do
Okay.
still intend to track down the engine.
I mean, I believe we all do. It's not just you in that regard.
She.
Well, I
Didn't
thought
say
the
it was-
dragon might deter you, but
Wrong movie.
so no, not Legally Blonde. I just watched that.
well, that's the
That's what
vengeance
Cody
now.
was saying.
Yeah, my bad. I was on the wrong movie.
What?
Girls is.
What?
Thought it was Ben's. I thought it was the same movie. Where she, like the one chick
No.
was the lawyer.
No.
No.
No, that's Legally
Ben?
Blonde. And Snap. Yeah.
I remember that. That was a
Yeah,
good movie. I like
that's
that one.
Legally Blonde. I just watched that again the other day.
Does it hold
Yeah.
up?
Anyway.
It's still pretty solid.
Yeah, still pretty good.
It's still pretty
Still
solid.
talking about this in the hot tub.
Like, see that play,
No,
Legally
somehow-
Blonde?
The Magnarian players, Legally Blonde. Didn't they die
Somehow.
like long time ago? Yeah.
Somehow we all know the same pop culture despite living in very different circumstances.
In fact, we know any
I'm
of
not
the
even
same.
from this continent.
Legally Blonde transcends all boundaries. I mean, you know, the dragon isn't going to like outright attack us, right? Like we're not fighting the dragon.
Blues gives a
Oh,
big
no.
old fat shrug.
Yeah, you also did that when you said that the druids were what was causing this purple stuff. And let's see where that turned out. So I don't know how to take that shrug anymore.
According to
I
the
was
Archdruid,
incorrect.
according to the Archdruid, he won't. It doesn't sound like he would outright attack us, but he does sound to be irritable. in her own words,
Like Chris's
grumpy.
face. Just looked up and he was like, "Okay."
Grumpy. Okay.
So I think as long as we
So we
do our best to not
bring
offend
him the
him.
book. Might be a good idea to have a backup gift that isn't me.
I'm not sure what else we could have to offer that he would be interested in. Anything that might be like directly related to negative energy, at least. We do have several rune crests.
You said he had undead pets?
Well, yes, he's also a dragon of decay and death in a sense, and Thyrin was mentioning that there's a balance to this infection of sorts. That at night it is one of decay and death, and during the day it is one of life and giving.
It seems like
And
there
there's-
still is some of that life and giving coming through in these pulses. Both Eileen and I have observed it a few times. It's a smaller pulse and gets overtaken by the negative energy, but it's there. Rarely.
I wonder what happens in the day if it is the opposite.
We were wondering the same thing.
Then I guess we shall see.
Yeah. Shit. Well, should you all need food or water, I do have my good berries and rations, but water-wise, I can purify water.
That would be good.
So,
That's useful.
And food, so we shouldn't need to worry about ingesting any of.
Are you feeling any different, Adia?
Do I?
Oh, from the poison. Sees.
From the teeny bit in
No.
her tum-tum.
No, you don't feel any different.
A little grumbly.
You kind of want to kill one of us, but it's normal.
That's
No
just
more
being
than
a
usual.
cat.
I don't want to kill any of you. Why would I?
That would ruin the
That's-
fun.
No, that just ends all your story. That would just end the story. That would be very uninteresting.
If I'm going to kill you, I'm going to do it to progress the plot.
I'm gonna do it for character development.
If your death makes the story good, then shame.
This is gonna hurt you a lot, but oh, the writing's gonna be so good.
Yeah, that would be most welcome, Luz, to have purified water. But I feel fine. So if you wish to drink water that's around here.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel pruny in here, so. Very will get out of the bath as well and start drying off and getting his clothes back on.
We took this house right here because it was closest to the hot spring, but I mean they're all over the place. We looked in most of them. They're empty. Occasional signs of usage like ash and a footprint here and there, but we haven't seen a single person since we got here. Even
How
the
big are
stragglers
these
we
homes?
talked about.
They vary in size. Some of them seem like they're enough for like a larger family. Some of them seem like they're just for one person.
The one that we're nearest to. How big is this one?
The one that's closest to the hot spring that you're next to?
Yeah.
This one would definitely be for like a larger family.
Oh, perfect.
It's probably a better idea if we don't split up for the night. With how odd this place is.
Sleeping together again?
That sounds good to me. Sorry, may I borrow your book? I would like to read it before we potentially hand it over.
Sure. Yeah. Yes, sir. We'll unstrap it from the harness it's in. Hand it over.
Hey. Adi immediately starts reading it.
Yeah, it's full of a bunch of non sequitur short stories about warriors of old and strange powers and all kinds of odd things.
Yeah, she'll be trying to finish the book, speed read through the book for the rest of the night. I don't know how long that'll take.
It's not particularly well written or that great of a story. It doesn't seem like it's very cohesive. But yeah, you read a decent amount through it. It would probably take more time to really absorb all of the information than just skimming it over the course of one night.
Then yeah, she'll hold on to the book until we have to give it up. She'll just be reading it then, as much as she can. But yeah, she'll be doing that.
Cool. Sounds good. All right, you all go to bed for the night?
Yeah.
Oh, Stan watches still.
Oh yeah, that's true. He loses food.
Alita would still like prefer to be in like in a private room, but other than that, yeah.
You can if you want. You can like go a little bit further away for a singular home.
Oh, like probably like in the like are these like just big buildings, like just one big room, or are they like still like different
There's
chambers?
separate chambers.
Yeah, she'll just go into a different chamber.
Okay.
Same building.
Cool. Yeah, you all go to sleep and find different rooms to sleep in if you'd like. Anyone want to do anything in particular? Oh, and the like bottom or like one of the deeper pools, like runoffs from the waterfall, is further into like the center. You guys have kind of like gone onto more on the outskirts of the thicket, so like you don't hear a crashing waterfall constantly at the base of the waterfall. Probably like faintly in the distance, but you guys are decent enough away from it. All right, no one wants to do anything.
I want to find Adia's star. So then I will have ideally found everyone's.
Okay.
Or lack thereof.
Except
or lack
mine.
thereof.
Oh yeah,
Quote,
I wanted
unquote.
to ask lose something.
Except for Alita's. Couldn't find Alita's.
That's fucking shit. I'm gonna try it again, but
Alita, I would say like during her shift, she probably would go out to the springs by herself.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I would if we were still doing a shift together, then I would just be sitting in the open area or as high up as I can, so I wouldn't be near Alita.
If you're gonna be
Good
reading the
idea.
stars, you probably want to go to the like the
Back
peak.
to the glade, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, for the stone cutter's tools,
Mhm.
would that have, or even the smith's tools, would that have something to begin making a mold in it?
A mold for what?
For like pouring in metal.
Oh, like a casting mold?
Yeah.
I would say that'd be in the realm of like smithing tools, but you're gonna need like a blank of like material in order to pour like make the negative out of.
Gotcha.
Or if you wanted to do like a clay mold, then you could do that, but or a sand mold. It depends on
I
what
was
type of
thinking on
casting.
starting to chisel away at a mold for some of Eileen's ideas for the gun.
It depends on how you want to mold it. So like there's like wax replacement molding, there's sand molding, there's like die cast molding, there's all different types of molding that you can do.
I don't know how to do that, but it's nice.
Yeah, it really depends what you're going for. If you wanted to do something,
This would be for
just like
the
a
hammer.
one-time thing. Wait,
This
what?
would be like for the hammer of the gun.
For the hammer of the gun.
Yeah.
Like the trigger, like the
trigger.
the
Yeah,
spark.
yeah.
Um,
So relatively small.
you probably wouldn't want to cast that. You'd probably want to rot that.
Just make it. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. You would just
Casting is not
brainstorming.
very good for like precision shaped things usually, because there's a lot of voids when you cast things.
Gotcha. Yeah, then nothing of note.
Okay.
Yeah, Audio, as Luz is looking at the stars, like Audio will come up to Luz at some point.
Luz went back to the glade all the way at the top.
Yeah, she'll.
Well,
you're gonna follow
Adia
up there?
moves fast.
Whee!
Okay. Are you guys on the same watch though?
We will be now.
Okay.
Who's watching the one watch then? Alita? You guys switching watches so you can be
Sure.
alone?
I mean,
I don't know.
if Adia were to ask, sure.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, I just need to ask Luz about to find some stars. Just...
I like how during your watch, neither of you were there at the campsite.
yeah.
So much for that.
It's all right. I bet
Not
everything will be
watch.
fine.
At least the lead is right outside of it.
I am nowhere near. Goodbye.
Yep, Adia's running after Luz. Stop rolling. Then why are you rolling? There's no danger.
That
Yes.
face says otherwise.
She goes to Luz and as Luz is looking at the stars, Adia will be like, Luz, you seem to be able to find the stars of people pretty easily. Stop. Why are you laughing?
Cody PM'd me and just said, don't.
Oh, I got this one, guys. Don't worry.
Well, since Cody PM'd me, just don't. Yeah, no. True.
Thanks.
You're right. You're
I
right.
got this.
Shit.
Thank you.
So
You're
again,
right,
he figured
okay,
he
you're right,
cracked the code.
Luz, are you able to find stars of people you don't know? So I
Chris
mean-
and I made the same face.
Are you able to write on a piece of paper that you don't have? Is this a riddle?
I mean, for example, if you're looking for
What's black and blue and
Isar's-
red all over?
What has many
Say-
eyes but can't see?
Say Isar has a sister, right?
Mississippi.
Are you able to find the star of Isar's sister?
No, not if you don't know
Yeah, I
anything about
didn't
them.
think nerd.
Nar.
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 Oh, okay. Well,
Where did the Nar meme come
I-
from? Everyone's
It's
doing it now.
Australian. It's
Yeah, I
how
know, but
Australians say-
why?
because
I
how
don't
Australians
know.
say
They add
no.
like
They would
4
nar.
extra vowels for
I
no.
know, I understand that, but why did we start saying that like Australians
Because
say
of
it?
because of Liam Hemsworth replacing Geralt as the Witcher. He's Australian.
No, that wasn't
So
even.
it's
That
because
was
of Nar.
before
It was because
that.
of Ludwig
way
before
before
that.
that.
There was a huge streaming event.
What
where
about
they went to
Ludwig? I
Australia.
don't watch anything to do with
Anyway,
Ludwig,
whatever.
AI.
He's a giant streamer.
but I don't.
yeah, that was way before that too. It's like it's a thing.
Nar.
Uh,
No, I can't. I need to have a personal knowledge, or at least to have known someone for a little bit, to have gained some information from them, to be able to do so.
does it have to be personal knowledge, or can it be secondhand?
I can make an attempt, but I guarantee nothing.
I see. And then you see Adia's like ear lowers a little bit, a little bummed. But perks back up, and she asks, "Then, would you be able to find my star?"
Well, yes, I actually was already thinking about doing so tonight. I've been trying to locate everyone's stars ever since Isar's disappeared. Isar's star. That's
Oh.
a
Have you found anything interesting then about the others?
well. Arlene's is a star that sits between the Allguards constellation and the god of what?
Ardent Fury.
The Ardent Fury.
The Ardent Fury and the Ardent Furies, which is quite interesting. And then, well, Isar's is gone. And I think I'm going to have to try again with Elita's because, well, it couldn't be correct. I think I
What-
may have just gotten things mixed up with the stars disappearing. I feel like sometimes my calculations are incorrect. And it led me to a binary star that, well, has no reason being associated with Alita's soul, so
A binary star?
yes. There can be stars that move in tandem with each other. They circle one another.
Is that unusual?
It's not common by any means. What, do I know of any time that I've ever seen that before? Do we talk about this?
They wouldn't be related to a mortal soul. They would be related to
Oh,
greater
okay.
beings like titans or something.
Yeah, okay.
Usually, or even just like astronomical like events
Yeah.
and things.
Yeah, so yeah, I explained that. It's why it's not a mortal soul that would be connected to those, and well, I don't think Alita's a titan or a mortal soul.
And when you mean by binary stars, that means two souls, right?
Well, yes. Two souls that are interconnected.
Do you think instead of having fur for teeth, she has a baby in her mouth?
Do you think she's got a
But
twin
just to
that
clarify,
she's eating?
Just to clarify, a binary star system doesn't necessarily mean two souls.
Two souls, okay.
It just represents greater beings.
Okay.
Okay.
Well then, yeah,
Maybe
I'll
she
say
has-
that.
Maybe she has a greater being just stuck in the roof of her mouth. Just
Like Death Stranding. Baby in the throat.
You think that perhaps a greater soul is living within Alita's teeth?
Adia shrugs. I mean, it's either that or fur for teeth or holes or maybe cheese or
cheese
or somehow maybe it's just a constant silence spell stuck to the enamel of her teeth and they're always screaming, so it's just very disconcerting.
Do your teeth scream?
Maybe it's like 25 like little mouths on each of the enamels of the teeth. It could be anything. Anyway, what does my star say?
Evil twin. I don't know. Let's find out.
Nature check.
Well, that is a natural one.
Woo! I have distracted you.
I got
with
a
baby
7.
Yeah, you are very distracted. Whenever you're like kind of tracing, audio will start talking, and you're like, okay, and like you go back to the conversation, and then you go to start tracing again, and audio comments some more, and then by the time you're like actually ready to do your tracing, like new clouds have moved in and like broken your reference points, and yeah, you're having a rough go at it.
Mice, cheese,
ears.
I don't. In the mouth. She's just mumbling.
I will say that with that distraction, though, you tend to find yourself looking down more than up, and you look down the waterfall as you're like standing at the peak up here, and you can see like the pools beneath. You see some like very strange glows beneath the waters of like the purple, but it's like swirling, and you can see purples colliding with oranges beneath the waters. It's mostly purples, but every once in a while you see flashes of the orange as well.
Purple flashes and then occasionally flashes of orange.
It seems like the pulses, or at least some of them, are originating from the large pool at the bottom of the waterfall.
Okay.
But you can also see that what Asar was saying about sometimes these small orange flashes that are opposing, they seem to be trying to travel to this location. So the purple flashes are going away, and the orange are trying to reach the location, but are being crushed before they can get there.
Like Thyron said, of maybe it came from here, but maybe it came from there, and it's trying to travel up the waterfall.
Yeah, not sure. But it looks like there is some sort of like strange source beneath the water at the bottom of the waterfall that is like causing a disturbance. And also lots of bubbling. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yep. Well, you have that.
Yeah, I am listening / semi-responding to Adia's comments, and I look down at my paper and look up at the sky and look at Adia and then look down at the ground, and I'm like, Adia, this just isn't working. And stand up and huff over to the waterfall and look down and see all of these lights. And Adia?
Yes.
Come look at this.
Okay. She goes over.
And yeah, I point out the pulsings and light exchanges.
Adia looks at it. She goes. She takes out a tooth from the guard drake, right?
Down there.
And kind of just chucks it in.
What?
What do you chuck in?
I chuck in a guard drake tooth. I just chuck it in there, and right in the middle of it.
Yeah, you drop a tooth down the large waterfall.
What do you think this? A thing's gonna come and go out.
I mean,
I hit a tooth. It's the bone cruncher.
It extracts some information. It didn't react to a tooth falling into its pool, into the maw of whatever.
Now cast light on it and throw
What's
another
it?
one.
Why are we saying it?
I don't know. I have a feeling somehow. Can we is it are we all the way at the top of the waterfall and it's all the way below us, the pool?
Yeah.
Are you gonna jump?
No.
Good.
Adia does not want to get wet.
I can
But
levitate
she's
you
very
guys down.
curious. She is curious though. She'll start
Isar was there. Fucking cannonball.
Sail. She will. Does it seem like it's fading, or still like it's like building up, or
Not just steady.
Adia will start rushing a little bit to make her way down to the pool.
Yeah, I will follow because.
Yeah, Adia runs. Dash. Feline agility. Dash. Feline.
Yep, you are very fast.
I just heard myself. Yeah.
I thought we were going to a combat map for a minute. Oh no.
Oh, I got real scared.
Yeah, me too.
Cody,
I was
it
like,
didn't change on your stream.
It's a good delay.
Oh no. It just didn't click this, I guess.
Yeah. By the time Adia gets to the pool, she's gonna look at it for maybe 3 more seconds, and then stick her foot in it.
You stick your foot in the pool. It is slightly cold.
Oh.
Actually, pretty cold.
Oh. Yeah.
Punish.
Does. Oh. Man. What's more powerful, a cat's disgust for water or her curiosity?
Curiosity, definitely. There's a saying about that. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely one there somewhere.
Should we wait until morning, or do you want to look now? We still haven't figured out whether or not.
Something. I don't know. Fucking jump in, do it.
See what
happens.
See what happens.
Stop.
Cats have 9 lives. If it kills you once, it's fine.
He'll come back. He'll come back to the Revenant.
He'll come back with a pact.
A tentacle.
How deep is the pool?
And trauma.
Very.
Lots of trauma.
Fuck. Adia looks at Luz, looks at the lake, looks at Luz, looks at the lake, looks at Luz.
Are we really doing this?
Oh, it's so nice to be on the watching side of this.
The thing is,
Why'd you whisper me?
Because
Man. Shut the fuck up. You're whispering me. Well, okay. You know what? But she's so. I'm literally. What would my character do? I'm in that moment.
Roll a dice.
Roll dice. Okay.
there's no shot somebody dies this early on in the campaign. Come on. think
No
about
way. Never would
It.
happen.
Think about it.
Never.
That type of DM to just murder players left and right, for doing extremely stupid shit. Extremely stupid shit.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
unbelievably
Pick
dumb
whether you
stuff.
go with. Pick which one's wisdom, which one's curiosity.
Okay. Odds is curiosity. Evens. Do not.
Roll 20. Make it official.
Yep. Do not.
But you have advantage.
Okay. That's a roll.
I used my inspiration to make her roll again.
I mean, do you want?
Don't you have that thing that you can add to your roll? Maybe you should do that.
Yeah, maybe you should add an act to it.
No. Aria will sigh and be like, that would be smart, wouldn't it? Wait for everyone else.
We're dead.
And maybe it not being dark.
There's nobody protecting our sleeping
You
bodies.
hear
We're
a horn
fucked.
blowing in the distance.
Yeah,
A war
that's-
party of those
You
weird
are-
fucking antelopes.
the gurgling of slit throats.
Yeah, on that, no, neither of us are at where they're sleeping, are they? We just left them there.
Oh. It did not occur to me that
God, the fucking sound of that dice was deafening.
let's head back.
Chris, why did you just message me to make a Constitution saving throw?
Wait, what? Wait,
You
really?
have to make a saving throw? He just told me I was dead.
Yeah, we will go back, or Adia will go back, and Luz can keep looking at the stars. We're trying to.
Okay.
I don't know how there would be any way I could tell anything about what's going on around here from the stars. I'm sure there's some way.
Yeah. So we live another day, and we come back.
Hurrah.
Come back and dive in together.
Yeah. Exactly.
At least we die together instead of apart.
All right. Anyone else do anything throughout the night?
Nope.
Okay. Then you all wake up on the beautiful morning, full of life and no drowning, of the 18th of February.
18!
We wake up with no throat slit, no missing kidnapped party members.
Yeah.
Damn. What an evening.
Why'd you PM me too?
It was my roll. You told me to roll.
Oh my god. Yeah, you all come awake. What do you want to do?
Look around. Well,
Look
around.
Yeah, you look around and you see what was once the every once in a while purple pulse of energy is now a vibrant amber orange colored pulse of energy. As you
where's it coming from?
As you look at the energy, Asar, you can see the exact opposite. Every once in a while, you'll see a pulse of purple be overtaken by orange and crushed. It seems to be coming from the same central area towards the center of the thicket, and then now the purple energy is coming from the outside trying to get in.
And it was the opposite way before, right? It was the life trying to get in and the purple coming from the center.
Yep.
Interesting.
Isar
The
relays
exact
that to the
opposite.
group. So, doesn't seem to fully stop either. Just
And
switches.
that weird feeling that you had,
Mhm.
strangely enough, still feels weird. Even though it is now like positive energy everywhere, it didn't change how you felt.
Still feels similar to Belduin and the Cold Wind.
Yeah. But like roll a d20 for me.
That was way off. 8.
8. Yeah, I would say there's not too much more you can glean out of that. It feels weird and similar to Belduin in some way.
Okay.
What time was the weird the combination of purple and orange? Was it? What time of night when the lake was like had both orange and purple like swirling in it?
The whole time.
The whole time? Oh,
Mhm.
so it still is right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's more of whatever day it is, like time of day it is. So like it's more orange right now with little bits of purple. But very little.
I mean, yeah. I guess Adia will tell them what Luz and she saw. And should we? By the way, should we mention any of this to the Archdruid? Perhaps it might be important to her to give her some more information about her condition.
She's had to have noticed it. She's been here forever.
We should probably
Take a
talk to
midnight
her.
Stroll.
I mean, she might know more than us.
I wonder if her appearance has changed
She did mention
with the changing of energy.
She did mention that the markings that were on her change during the day on other creatures as well, that they turn orange and are completely in different locations. It's almost as if they go invisible.
Guess we should go and see.
Yeah, let's go talk to her, see how she's doing during the day instead of at night.
Okay. Yeah, you go and scale the plateau and to the glade and go and find the Archdruid. She's currently preparing some breakfast and some tea over a fire.
I give a long bow and good morning.
She bows back. You can see that her clothing is different. It is kind of the opposite. It is the same diagonal cross hatched pattern of a robe, except it is amber and with the purple accents to it.
Weird.
What lovely clothing you have. Did you make it yourself?
Yes, I enchanted it to follow the day-night cycle, like twilight and dawn.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
We don't have much information to give you that we don't think you don't know already. But the lights in the pool are quite strong. The water does seem to be some sort of origin point. And we're going to go suss it out, I suppose.
I thought you were looking for Vigilante. You were going to head to the Underdark?
This may have something to do with it. We think it is good to look at all options.
I see.
I look at the group, who's just standing there silently.
Adia's making a face. Adia's like, her tail's lashing. She does not like the idea of going into water.
Well, why did she? Also, why must we go to Vasanti? Why does he have the answer?
I don't think she wants us investigating.
Are you just saying that out loud?
I'm saying that to Cody.
That was just Cody. Okay. Yeah, I'm not certain. I don't know if she.
Does it seem like she's trying to misdirect us?
I don't think she's necessarily trying to misdirect us, but I also don't think she's like. I don't know if this is whatever positive, negative, however long she's been here, however long this has been affecting her. Whether it's benign or malignant, it does have an effect, and so it may be affecting what she thinks is important, essentially, and significant. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Adia just nods at the Archdruid. It seems so. We might as well do both.
I don't see a reason we couldn't help out around here.
Was there anything peculiar about the pond below?
Strange currents. Seems to swirl and break and be quite boisterous, especially during the night, but also during the day. Nothing else that I've really noticed.
Any particular wildlife we should be concerned with?
Concerned with it in what way?
Anything that might be aggressive.
Here in the thicket? No. Perfectly safe from any aggressive creatures here in the thicket.
Including inside the pond? The lake?
Unless you're particularly afraid of fish.
I like fish.
Eileen just looks at Adia, just curious.
Adia's like...
Doesn't want to be offensive, but also doesn't know.
Adia does look a little bit less annoyed, more perked up at the thought of fish.
Yeesh.
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 Hmm.
Also said in the same episode that our previous characters died in a pool. Yeesh.
There's no way it happens twice. Think about it.
There's no way.
It's too easy.
The red herring.
Somebody's gonna
There's
be a
probably
warlock.
treasure down there. Probably.
If anybody's gonna be a warlock, it's gonna be me. Shit, I'm going in. I'm going in.
Well, the changes over this land might be due to titanic magic, which I'm not sure if you know yet.
How do you mean?
There has been records of such circumstances similar to this one due to the same magic. So it might not be so far-fetched to hypothesize that this is also due to titanic magic. And I'm like looking at her as I'm saying that, like, this seem like...
Yeah, what is her thoughts in response to this? Because I'm trying to understand this lady who is not what I thought she would be like, nor is this anything like...
I will do a knack for that as well.
Okay.
That's la 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 la.
Okay, insight, where is it? That's
Well, Lita doesn't like the situation. She'll roll 2.
That's a 19.
That's a 12 for me.
12.
Oof. How did I roll so good?
Look at you, having heart eyes.
I want to know the thing.
Tortilla time.
She seems, based on her expression, almost a little bit dismissive. Like a kid says something to you, and then just like, "Oh, well, you know, like when there's thunder, it's when God laughs." And they're kind of like, okay. Like an adult kind of being like, okay, that's an interesting theory. But being kind of like in a dismissive, condescending, not condescending, but like they feel like they probably know a little bit better kind of way.
Yeah. Like,
but she's just like
that's
listening.
cute. That's not the way of things.
Like listening attentively, but doesn't seem too fazed by what you're saying. Interesting theory. I will look into it for sure.
Nadia's definitely heard that tone of voice before.
We'll hang it on the fridge, I swear.
You said that you're not certain where this energy is coming from yourself?
No, from my research and observation, it seems to... I hesitate to even say because the answer doesn't seem possible. But, you know, if you eliminate all alternatives, it must be the solution. It seems like the energy is being created from nothing. Coming from nowhere and trying to escape to nowhere. Doesn't very much make sense to me, which is why I'm trying to investigate alternatives, but I feel as though I've eliminated most other possibilities into the point where it seems like it is just spontaneous creation of energy and spontaneous destruction of energy. Which again, as I said, doesn't make sense, so I am still trying to hash that out.
No kidding.
Does Adia know of titanic magic? Oh, I guess you said it could be anything, really, but does titanic magic do something like that?
I'm going to go off of your previous role, like trying to gather information about this same topic and say you don't know.
Okay.
So are you... Do you not want us going under there, or...
You can if you'd like. I don't think you'll learn very much.
Okay. Okay, as long as we have your blessing, I think we'll give it a shot. Look around to see if anybody else shares the opinion.
I would be careful of the tides or the currents. They are quite strong.
Oh, God.
Is that a threat?
Man. No. No.
Was that a threat,
I don't know.
Chris?
She's...
Can
I don't...
I insight?
Sure. Oh, you're asking if she's threatening you?
Yeah, was that a threat?
Make an insight check.
Line on bottom, 9 plus insight is 1, so 10.
Seems like genuine concern.
I mean, if there's nothing down there, we can just take a quick look, and if we don't find anything, we just come back up and get headed to see Vespucci.
Versace.
Versace.
Well, I suppose we should get going on that then.
Yes, I suppose so. Thank you very much, Saren.
Good luck. And she turns and continues to brew her tea for the morning.
Yeah. I look at the group and I point to the waterfall. Are we going from the top, or are we planning on going from the bottom?
Can we survive the jump?
No.
Cannonball.
What if you turn into a goldfish, though?
It's a fantasy world, though. Surely we can survive the jump.
I can survive the jump as a goldfish.
I've heard that.
I could
I've heard
levitate
that.
us down.
You can levitate us down. No, here, I'll just jump, and then I'll turn into a goldfish right as I hit the water.
Just like right before.
Just like right before.
We're gonna get a cease and desist from Critical Role.
Oh, that'd be so fucking funny.
Anyhow, we
That would
could
be
just take the
hilarious.
route that you you two took.
Yes, please.
Yes, I agree. Let's go around.
Okay, you go down all the way and around the cliffs of the waterfall and eventually make it to the base where the pool is. You can see the beautiful landscape before you of the grand waterfalls that all cascade down and kind of stop at little sections and then drop further and further into the final bottom pool, where there is a large spray of water coming out, a pretty persistent orange glow and undulating pulse, and a faint bit of purple energy, a dark violet that wells up within and travels every once in a while from the outer edges of the thicket, trying to get inward before being crushed. There is almost like a whirlpool at the bottom, just kind of swirling, very strong currents creating this dip in the water's surface into like a bowl so that it's not flat at the surface. It has like a concavity to it from the constant swirling and just the loud rushing sound of water.
Well,
Do we have a way to breathe?
Star can hold his breath for a long time, and so can I.
This is true.
How long can you hold your breath for?
6 minutes?
Holy crap.
About that,
What?
Damn.
I'm sorry.
it was part of the training, kinda, a little bit.
I have a I know a trick to be able to breathe there for a long time.
What? I'm sorry.
What? You can't breathe underwater for a long time?
Well, I can. Well, with a spell, I can.
Oh, you need a spell to do that?
You can't just hold your breath.
You can't just hold your breath?
That's
Well,
silly.
I can hold my breath for, I think, 4 minutes.
Oh, that's plenty.
Which
Then you're fine. Why are you even... What are you...
What are you worried about?
death underwater?
Well, yeah, but
Just cast a
drowning?
spell.
maybe a torch.
Yes, I'm sure that will help me in this situation. I'm
Water
quite
torch.
prepared.
It works in Minecraft.
Air bubble around it.
What spell did you have, Alita? Is lose
I have air bubble.
air bubble?
What?
Air bubble?
Air bubble?
Air bubble.
Alita?
I think it's a
Spell is air bubble.
Xanathar spell.
I think it actually came from the Spelljammer one.
Did it? Because I just dumped spells on my thing, meaning Cloud dumped spells on my thing.
I added every spell that druids can know.
Yeah, that's Spelljammer.
What is Spelljammer?
New
It was the
book.
new source book.
Oh.
Space D&D.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hit a globe. It's filled with fresh air that lasts until thing ends. It should be concentration. If it was concentration.
I mean, is that the same spell?
I mean, it only lasts for a minute.
No, it lasts for 24
No, it lasts for
hours.
24 hours.
What spell did I just look at on roll 20?
I don't know what spell you just looked
Yeah.
at. That's what-
Pathfinder.
I feel like
Pathfinder.
that's kind of made for space D&D. I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah, that makes more
Non-concentration,
sense.
24 hours. So
Wasn't there
I'm
one
gonna
that fucking Adrid used?
I use
Control
shape
water, I think?
Shape water.
or shape water?
You shaped water? I
Control
have
water was a higher
free and
level, I think.
destroy water, which is not shape water.
You can destroy the water under your head.
Just continue to destroy the water around your head. Okay, let me get rid of
And then
this
it's a
spell.
vacuum, not air.
It's even worse.
Let me get rid of this
Bring the water
spell
back.
and take a different spell for the day.
So we have no water breathing kinds of spells. That then.
Nar.
We can send a scout and see if there's any areas down there with water. Maybe side caverns or little pockets.
Oh, well, I mean, I could turn into a fish.
Oh, why? You what?
Okay.
Wait.
Is this true?
Is this like you turning into a wolf from a few nights ago?
Or a monkey from when we first met?
Well, yes, I can do all of that.
Can you?
She did warn that the currents are very strong. Is just a normal fish able to traverse that?
I think I can be a shark.
Oh?
You can be a what?
You're just making this up as you go.
No.
Okay. I've seen weirder.
If you want to scope it out as a shark.
Alita is a
It's not a-
mask.
No, no.
Well, you all can breathe underwater for 6 minutes. That's a very long time.
Well, breathe underwater is not quite what it is. We are holding our breath.
Okay, fair enough.
There's a very big difference.
I should be fine. I get, like I said, I have my ways, but it only works on me.
Right, is your mask waterproof?
No.
Do you not breathe?
No, I do breathe.
Insight
No,
check.
I do
Yeah,
not.
wait a minute.
Insight
Hold
check.
on.
Fuck.
Actually,
I
you
only
know
rolled
what?
a
Me
10.
too,
I-
because
Fucking 15.
Yeah, does she breathe? Does
Oh, I
this
can't-
lady
hold-
breathe?
hold.
mystery
Hold.
13.
Look, watch.
fucking 20. I got a dirty 20.
God
We're
damn
at
it! Why?
nat 20.
I just want to say something.
Go on.
Alita's good at lying. She's proficient in deception.
I
But I have
understand that.
every deception check has been absolute shit.
Well,
I
you
rolled
go
a-
for it or you don't, my friend.
Do you
I rolled
breathe?
a 12.
Do you breathe?
Do you breathe?
Well, actually, if you rolled a 12, you don't have to tell me because it's probably higher than 12, right?
I have a natural 20 and I'm looking at you very closely.
I have a dirty 20. I'm looking at you because you're very interesting.
Eileen, in the time that you have been with Alita, you have not seen her breathe at all.
Do I see that? Do I see that?
What did you roll?
Fuck are you?
A dirty 20. A dirty 20.
Yeah,
Fuck.
she hasn't. She's been completely breathless.
What? Okay.
Well,
Everyone's just looking at Alita
Yeah.
intensely.
intensely, and
course I need
Luz
to
is like
breathe.
looking back and forth at everyone looking at Alita intensely.
Well, I guess we go in the water.
Is everyone prepared?
I'm ready.
Why is Chris just sitting there like that? That concerns me.
I'm trying to figure out what the CR scale for wild shape after level 8, or does it max out at CR 1? I thought it
No,
went higher.
It
At
depends
Moon
on what
Druid, you
type
go
of
higher.
druid you are.
I think we're
If
What,
you're-
regular druids.
do
kind
moon
of
druids
shit.
get to do higher?
Yeah, Moon
What?
Druid's whole thing
Moon
is
gets
like they can,
moon
they
druids get better
upgrades
wild
to wild
shape
shape.
options.
Oh, I see. Regular
Yeah, so-
druids can't go above for one level CR1. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really low.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to
That
play one
sucks.
when we were making Trick.
Well, that's why I have like, you know, my lovely buff options instead, or my
Celestial forms.
yeah, that's why I have my
That
celestial.
really sucks. I feel like it should scale like better for moon druids, but
Still
think it should be
scale
exclusive
for
for
regular
them.
druids.
yeah, that's weird. Especially because moon druids can also shapeshift as a bonus action, which is already massive enough as it is.
Yeah. Maybe they'll change it in one D&D.
Well, with newer subclasses, they've been doing it so where like the
There's something
new
that
subclasses,
replaces.
like, they get like an extra feature to use their
I might
wild shapes for.
I might alter that a little bit just to make
Alright.
it not dog shit for you, Lex.
Alrighty.
But it would have been funny if Luz just kept saying, "Yeah, I can turn into this," and then never turns into anything.
Well, I mean, I can turn into quite a few things at the moment. Still, I can't turn into anything that flies, but I can turn into things that swim now.
Yeah, CR 1/2.
hmm
Sar, will you be alright with your armor?
It's a good question.
No.
You will
No.
sing.
Might be, it might
Probably
be better
not.
to drop off any dead weight before we go in.
Adi isn't sure.
I don't
where
know
she
if
wants
that's
to
a good
go.
idea.
Adi isn't sure where she wants to go.
Isar's not sure if he wants to go. Fuck, if he doesn't have his armor, he's gonna get hit for a lot if there's something bad down there.
But there's not.
Lita's just kind of like taking off her cloak and her bag, just kind of like leaving it at like the edge of the pool. Well, maybe like against a tree or something.
All of my cloaks.
Eileen's doing the same.
Ugh.
Adia will just squat at the edge of the pond and just wait.
Are my
Adia,
guns
do you
gonna
want to
work?
put?
No.
No.
After I get out, though, if there is like air down there or something, are they gonna be like? Are you
No.
gonna be
No.
mean about it?
If you get your
Yeah.
guns wet, you're gonna need to dry before you can use them again.
Good.
We can press. Does somebody have prestidigitation?
Adia
I
does.
do.
Oh, we can
I
do it.
do.
I mean, I can wait here and watch
Yeah.
our things.
After a bit of thought too, Alita's gonna leave her mask behind as well.
Oh.
Hmm?
Huh? Yo, we learned so much about you today. this
Yo,
morning.
what?
What the fuck's under the mask?
What the fuck's under a mask?
We're all standing here, everyone's stripping down to their skivvies, and all of a sudden, all we see is a piece of fabric falling to the ground, and everyone.
We all look up at the same time.
It's a half-elf woman.
You fuck!
Seriously?
She has an illusion or something. This can't be it.
I mean, does she? Adia looks very closely at her face.
As like she like on the left
Just an
side.
investigation check, Rika.
I will fucking roll it.
Investigate her face.
on the left side of her face, where you kind of see like the scars going down. You see it almost looks as if like the lower like half of her cheek was like ripped off, or like something happened to it, as like her teeth of her lower jaw are exposed, like half her lip is like lower lip is gone. It almost seems like as if the skin's kind of like been ripped away to the bone around like the left side, and you could even some of her like her the top left half of her jaw is also a little exposed.
Can I show your character art?
No.
Okay.
You fuck.
No.
Understood.
Adia just like looks at you, squints, and then sighs. Well, that's normal.
Alita's not gonna respond to it.
Anyways.
Thanks for showing us, I guess, even though it might not have been your intent. But I think it looks cool.
I don't like to think about it.
Understood. Won't bring it up again.
All Luz's thinking is how it makes sense that you wear a mask, because otherwise you'd get stuff in your mouth constantly.
What's our plan for the hole?
I am staying I'm staying here. I'm
What?
looking after everyone's things.
Okay.
I will not be able to hold my breath underwater for very long. At least not longer than Luz. And I don't want to get my fur wet.
Understood.
I don't know if I would be of much use should something happen if I had no armor or weapons.
My weapons won't work very well without Adia and Elita, or at least one of them.
Well, Alita's going. Alita's going, right?
Okay. As long as Elita would be willing to dry off my weapons if we need them. I'm assuming there's a place with air down there. I don't know why, though. That doesn't make any sense.
It is sort of an odd assumption.
It is strange. Probably not true. Maybe
Maybe... Maybe we send down the two people who can actually infinitely hold their breath, with Luz being able to turn into a fish and Alita...
It's like, what do you mean I can infinitely hold my breath?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And if you do see something, then we can go down afterwards. If
Yeah,
we know there's another way.
Adia, could you like link up with them, if that's
Oh.
okay with you two, or at least
Yes.
one of you?
Well, Alita, do you want to have a voice in your head?
She's got
Why do you
like
have
The
to
way
say
you
it like that?
ask it just sounds horrible.
I would
Well,
rather not, but for the sake of getting this over with, sure.
Okay, and instantly both Luz and Alita get a voice in their head saying, "Hello."
Alita like cringes very visibly.
I am now in your head.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your
Great.
flight.
Living rent free, baby.
Hey.
Yay.
Yeah, get in there.
All right, guys, good luck. If you need anything, just, I don't know, yell.
In your head. Scream with your mouth
Internal
closed.
screaming.
Also, give details of what's like hurting, or what's looking at you, or what's you're seeing.
Okay.
Good luck.
Luz gets in the water.
Okay. Luz and Alita, both of you get into the water with a loud sploosh. And
Loosh.
yeah, the water's
Big ol'
currents immediately start to take you and pull you. And that is where we'll pick up next time.
Wow!
Oh boy, we're gonna go for a wet and wild ride.
I'm just waiting to see if Luz actually turns into an animal.
That's the title for the next episode. 2 girls on a wet and wild ride.
Oh man.
All right.
Wait, like if you can turn into a fish, why did you leave your clothes behind?